Report team, Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, and of course the original Nigel Snipes.
Sing song and roll off, boy.
Yeah, songing off.
Just now, huh?
Songing
Good
off.
morning. Just now. Hello.
Oh God, you make me laugh in the early morning.
Is anyone out there?
I hear voices.
Yeah.
I hear dead people.
because it sounds real weird now, boy.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We had to work with. I don't know which that one. That the first time I ever signed in here and so and so. But I'm glad it's in just me.
Nah, I didn't know you.
And I know it's in my headphones because my
hear
headphones
myself.
working. My headphones working.
I'm gonna check my headphone and
check on
no,
turn on twist on.
and mono and stereo.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Well, I don't know
Well,
why
me
in
and
here
all
because I don't know what will I in mono or in stereo.
Me know what
It's
cause.
supposed to be digital by now. I don't know what is going on. Anyway, I'll work with it until I could locate somebody from technical here to check this out. All right, so we want to get into a little discussion this morning. We want to start the ball rolling early.
Well, we are a nation of weird people. Let's put it that way, right?
You think so?
Yeah, we are a nation of.
I
I'm
don't
convinced of that now.
I don't
And
know
the
about
reason
it.
why I'm convinced of that is because prior to the election, they were asking what we doing about
Right.
crime.
Oh, yeah.
We had 24, we had 25, and we had 26, right? We had 24, yeah. No, in fact, 23, I should say. We had X amount of people saying, God, this murder rate, boy, oh God. It started off at 5 something. No, it started off at 4 something, and then it went to 5 something, and then it went to 648.
Look,
Well,
we
it have it
read
at 624, but
600 and something and 20.
620, right?
Well done, yeah.
so we have those 3 times in our history that was the bloodiest time. Two blue ribbon and 1 red ribbon, right? And we were asking, oh God, what are we doing about crime and whatever? And it didn't affect most of us because most of us not in crime. And the gangsters more or less know who they're going at, basically. It have 1 or 2 people who collateral damage. It have 1 or 2 people who part of a system that they just fall into it and they just end up getting a stray bullet or whatever. But that's a very small percentages, 2 or 3% kind of thing. But majority of the people that were gunned down were people in gangs, because I know a lot of them, right? I know the heads, but I don't know the young people because they keep recruiting them so fast that you can't really keep up with the young people and them. But I know most of the heads and them because I grew up with most of them, so I would have known most of them growing up kind of thing, right? So technically, we were asking people, oh God, what are we going to do? What are we doing about crime, whatever. So the whole thing come about with Kamala, and she came out with her slogan with the different people and Roger Alexander and all that sort of drama and talk about what we're going to do about crime. We're going to put people who the retired soldiers, we're going to bring them back and ankle bracelets and all that sort of talk, right? Which is fine. They had to get in power anyhow, it's on the hustings, so that they say what they say basically, right? So we always ask them what we're doing about crime, right? So this government came in, have no money, at least no money for development, and whatever money they do have is for the actual budget, which is just recurrent expenditure, and to keep them running until they could get a plan as to how to get money. So some of the promises that they would have spoken about, unfortunately, it can't get the prevalence that it's supposed to get, right? We had the body cameras. That is a big foul up there by they say by Gary or whatever the case will be, right? But nevertheless, our tender went out for cameras, and we have that out in the public domain now. Supposed to get cameras. When they get it, we'll see how it goes, right? Well, I just want to go to El Salvador for a while. And in El Salvador, there's a president that came in called Nayib Bukele. I don't know if you all were following him, right? And he came in, and his anti-crime strategy is continuous centers on a continuous state of emergency that has suspended constitutional rights to allow for the mass arrest of over 90,000 suspected gang members. Now I want to read that again. His strategy, he came in and met El Salvador, one of the murderous capitals of the world. One of the murderous capitals of the world. As you come out your door, you could dead. That's how bad it was over there. Right? With gangs all over the place and recruitment going on, wherever the case. And he came in and he said, hey, what's going on? This had to stop. So he called a SOE and he suspended constitutional rights to allow for the mass arrest of over 90,000 suspected gang members. 90,000 people, right? You know how much is that, right? Right. This unprecedented crackdown centered at massive terrorism confinement center has drastically reduced the country's homicide rate. Nice. However, this method has sparked intense global debate, the balancing massive drops in violence against profound concerns over human rights. I wonder if that's sounding familiar to most all the outside there. I wonder if that's sounding something like what's going on right now. Because they've been asking all the time for something to be done.
Right.
Right? We decided that they're going to hold a SOE, right? And try to stymie the murders, right? Because if you're given trouble and we pull you in under a preventative, well, the only tool it have is under our SOE, where you have to suspend some rights and get people inside and all of a sudden the murder rate dropped by half last year, and it will drop
in comparison to
2024, right? Now, I don't know what is going to happen after the SOE, but if I am to judge by the previous SOEs, we will have some challenges before the court. That goes without saying. And the arrest of the 1% or whatever you want to call them has exacerbated that call and whatever, and to let them go and all kind of crap. And all of a sudden we know it's a cockroach. We know it's a white cockroach and feces, because people experiencing that every day in this country going along the line, right? Every day. But they have no money to go to the court to challenge it. So they have gone to do that, right? Mass incarceration. El Salvador has given its military broad powers to conduct raids and detain anyone suspected of gang ties without a warrant.
Right.
Over 2% of the adult population is currently imprisoned. Right? Mega prisons. Inmates are held in the terrorism confinement center as facility built for 40,000 inmates. Mass trials. To process the mass backlog of detainees, the government implemented legislative changes allowing for trial of hundreds of suspects at once. Now, I don't know what we're doing where that is concerned, where our judiciary is concerned. I don't know exactly what we're doing.
Right.
But we have advocated here for that to happen. That's something to come, right?
There we go.
The Bukele philosophy fundamentally asserts that historical approaches like education and social programs fall when dealing with hardened, violent criminals. He maintains that only viable solutions to pre-existing insecurity is overwhelming, uncompromised force of state. Right? So I just drew that comparison to another part of the world where we are experiencing the same kind of conditions. We have gangs, we know where they are. I don't know what is the information that they have. Because they had last 4 years or something, so that a leak. And like they have pictures of the heads and coming down in the organization, who's second in command, who's third in command,
right.
Who's the shooters, who's the gang members. That for every gang in the country. Right? We had about 300 gangs, I think, spread across the country.
Right.
So we have youths in those numbers too, pestering people in every community.
Right.
Right? In every community, except Westmoreland. Except Westmore.
Almost every community.
We have a different kind of gang up there.
Right? Almost every community.
We have a gang walking around in shirt and tie and so on. Right? And the government has decided, I don't know what are the future plans,
Right.
but I know if pests are inside, they can't come and pest you.
Correct.
Right? And there are people that they have every crime, all those people on PDOs and thing, they have every crime that they were alleged of committing. So I don't know if they have evidence or what it is going on or how they're billing out these cases and so on. But I know if they're inside, they can't pest you, at least for a temporary period until the SOE done, until you have to go back to the regular scheduled program.
Right.
But right now, it's just pick up all the pests in them and put them behind bars.
Put them in a detention.
Yes, so it's less murders, less people to pest you, and of course they still have the little clung on them that pesting people and taking old people grant and all kind of mad thing and all kind of weird stuff going on.
You can't eliminate it down to zero.
No, we can't eliminate it down to zero.
Especially when you are, all right, when you have reached the peak.
Yeah, right.
Right? Which was the 600 and something in 2024, right?
Yes.
There is no way, or it is not reasonable to expect that any government who is implementing any plan, any anti-crime plan, right, could bring it from, let me say 640 something.
Yeah, 648.
Right. To
624 there.
Well, all right, but we
by
work with the 624.
By a sheriff count to 648. But go ahead.
Right, I work with the 624. Right, so you can't. It is not reasonable to think that a government could move from 624 to 50.
Right. Okay.
Even though you're under a state of emergency.
Right.
Especially when the state of emergency that we have implemented does not affect law-abiding citizens.
Right.
Nobody's feeling the state of emergency unless you're a criminal. There is
Right.
no restriction to your movement, anything like that taking place currently, right?
Right.
So everybody more or less comfortable in the zone.
Right. Everybody going about the business as normal,
Yes.
kind of thing.
You had several watch parties for the World Cup. Everybody was out and about having a good time. People was drinking and having a ball on the avenue on the Western Main Road in St. James and everywhere other part of Trinidad and Tobago. So this is not your standard full-blown state of emergency.
Right.
correct?
Right.
Now, you asked a question there. You said, you know, wait as we won, because crime was the number one topic going into the election.
Right.
And of course, it being the number one topic, the Prime Minister, who was then the opposition leader, leading her party into an election, she had to give some sort of comfort to the nation that her administration would deal with crime in the best way that they can.
Right.
Right. They have done that by implementing 2 state of emergencies.
Right.
Those state of emergencies, like you rightly said, has seen the figures drop from 624 to half. Which, to me, should be reason to not reason to throw a party and have a big ram and celebrate, but at least to acknowledge that we headed in the right direction.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about the final results yet. It's the direction that you're headed in.
Right.
Are we headed in the right direction? So if the direction in terms of the murder toll is a downward direction, then I would say comfortably we're heading in the right direction. Do we expect it to be better, or should we want it to be better? Of course, we want it to go below 300. We want it to go below 100. We want it to the point where the guns are off the streets, things like that, right? And we could plug the issues with the border and all the little issues we have, because we know we don't make guns here.
Right.
Neither do we make ammunition. That is coming to the country, right? Now, I want to just oppose that to corruption. Right? Well, I know you mentioned crime, but crime and corruption is go hand in hand, right?
Yep.
Nice. And we have heard people talk about, oh, the government corrupt, all the government and them corrupt, all them politicians and them corrupt, and this, that, and the other, right? And it is a known fact, good, for all the CPEP Road March people.
Right.
It is a known fact that gangs were getting government
Funded,
contracts
yeah,
and funding.
Yeah.
And with that funding, was putting $1 in their pocket and strengthening their finances to purchase guns and ammunition and drugs and, you know, son, ABC.
Well, actually, we and Fudge are going and buy.
Exactly. So, in what we had going on was government funding criminal organizations by giving them state contracts. That done. And what are we seeing since that is done? The House of Corruption, Balize House. And I have to call it the House of Corruption because I understand there's some big meeting there. I see a video with a woman talking about we fed up with this government and this, that, and the other. Well, then you fed up, you want corruption. Because at this point in time, after 9 months, because we check in from the budget, come to July here, right? That's 9 months.
Right.
The government has eliminated a lot of corruption that was taking place. Which is what, just like crime,
Right.
which is the other aspect of things that the population wanted dealt with.
Right.
Right? But everything don't happen in one shot. So you have to deal with things accordingly and you have to deal with everything on a certain basis, right?
Right.
As to what could be dealt with in the immediate and what we could deal with down the road, right?
Right.
So corruption, as we could see, perfect example, Philip Alexander walking through Maloney, right? Thankfully, HEC had their own cameras and I was able to view that footage, not the CNC3 report, where the communication and the conversation and everything, the interaction between the minister and the residents up there was cordial.
Well, the only choose to show that.
It was not. It Hanoi, eh? It was not.
I'm all along this thing. Yeah,
Right.
Go ahead.
I mean, we should call one. We should call one in a minute. It was not confrontational. It was not anything like that. At times, maybe, but for the most part of the whole visit to Maloney Gardens, it was very cordial and information was exchanged. Right.
Right.
So one of the things that he mentioned to them, they mentioned the garbage collection, they mentioned the grass cutting. I know he mentioned to them, he said, listen, we had gangs and them that was getting contract, we cut out all of that, HEC cutting out all of that. They couldn't dispute that. So they know that is the truth.
Right.
Then he turned and he tell them, he said, listen, I understand what they're saying, all they want all of this dealt with. However, you would know as well as I know, because I have seen it. In what we have been doing at HEC in terms of trying to restructure the whole thing, we see that 18 people was doing one man work.
Right.
So you had one person doing the work and 17 other people just standing up smoking a cigarette, taking a whatever. Right?
Right.
They couldn't dispute that either.
Right.
You talk about the garbage collection and the gangs and this, that, and the other. They couldn't dispute that either. None of those things could have been disputed by the residents in Maloney that was walking with them. So we know it have truth to it.
Right.
And they have moved to eliminate that in order to take that money that was making there, that was going to criminal elements, and redirecting it into other things so that they could afford now, where you're paying $350 rent, and some only owing that little extra money that they was able to clean up and thing, they could take it and still be able to do some maintenance on your own. Right.
Right.
So my point is, all they wanted corruption dealt with.
Right.
Are we heading in the right direction with dealing with corruption? I would have to say yes.
Right.
Because we have taken out the element of criminal organizations being funded by the government. And then using that money to attack the people, the taxpayers, the same taxpayers who money that went into paying taxes, went into the pockets of the criminal elements for them to attack you.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Think about that. You paying taxes.
Because the guy who was willing to pull up there, he get
Right.
threatened. He get threatened by a gang.
Right.
They want tax
Right.
on the pool. They burn down his car.
Right.
They started burning down his car.
Right.
Then they gun he down after. So no pool.
Right.
Because
So
one man was getting our money to build the pool.
right, so just think about this for 1 second, right? Let me just think here for 1 second. Be thinking. You are a taxpayer. You
Right.
pay taxes. Some people might vex from a tax they have to pay, and whatever the case might be, right?
Right.
But you're paying taxes. Your tax money goes to the government, right?
Right.
The government uses those that money that you pay in taxes
Right.
to create programs like CPEP and URP. But that tax-paying money that you pay as a citizen goes into the hand of a criminal organization who then uses that same money that you pay in taxes to get a service. They take that money now and they buy guns and they buy ammunition and they buy drugs.
And they mind the woman and have a good time.
Right? They recruit youths in the area. They hand them a gun, the same gun they buy with your tax money. And then they come to rob you who pay the taxes that help to fund them. No, I mean,
it's a cycle.
Just sit down and absorb that for 1 second. And ask yourself.
If we head in the right direction.
If that wasn't madness.
Yeah.
And it took a while because Gary Griffith telling us that since the People's Partnership days, when he was National Security Minister. Give him credit for that because he's saying it since then. And then he come and he say it as Commissioner of Police under PNM.
Right.
So this was something consistently taking place. They cut out that. The lady has come in a second term and she say, that nonsense done.
Right.
Right? Be fighting for law-abiding citizens, and law-abiding citizens will reap the benefits of everything that we're going to do. Right? Nice. So here we are.
Well, I hear in Marvin Gonzalez anything just now there, and he talking about PDOs and how we have people under Yes, but something has to be done.
But hold on, just hold that thought. Let me take the break. We'll come back with our PDO talk. Because I have a question too that I want to put for people concerning that same PDO.
Right.
As it relates to the Hadids. Right?
Right.
But we're going to talk about that when we return. Or don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours?
printed Java with a Samsung handset for just $129 on a Digicel My Choice plan. Get 40 gigabytes. A Samsung A06 or A07 for just $129, plus weekly chances to win only with Digicel Postpaid. More data, more Java, more wins. And visit your nearest Digicel store and sign up today. Also, don't forget, football fans, get ready. The journey to the 5th CONCACAF Nations League officially kicks off this Thursday with the highly anticipated official draw. 41 nations from across the region will find out who stands in their path as the race for regional glory begins. And of course, we'll all be watching closely to see who Trinidad and Tobago will face on the road ahead. The matchups, the anticipation, the first major moment of the tournament. Don't miss the CONCACAF Nations League draw live this Thursday, July 23rd at 7 p.m. exclusively on TTT. All right. Now we're going to take your phone calls right at the 9:45 marker.
I just want to say...
But yeah, go ahead, the PDOs.
I just want to say that... as we talking that, right, I open my phone.
Yes.
Woman place on PDO over alleged rideshare robbery ring.
Yeah, the rideshare gang.
Yeah.
The rideshare robbery gang.
So, you don't want people like that off the street?
Nah, they want them to be outside terrorizing them.
You want them to be outside to terrorize and stab up and rob a next rideshare driver?
Yeah, because then they could blame the police and the government.
I say, no, my thing is, after the SOE, what is to be done? And I don't know exactly... Because they have over 300 to 400 inmates outside there in PDOs, right? That's a lot of people. Yes. A lot of people. And they know exactly what each one does. And I'm sorry I don't have that list. Maybe we can ask Roger for that list. And on the things that they would have done.
Yeah.
But it is between a rock and a hard place. Because if you sit down as Prime Minister and you had to figure out a way to try to at least time the thing, right? Because I remember my boss back in the day, and I always tell this story. He came in and he told the bosses and them here were going on, I'm taking this job because I have another job lined up somewhere in some country, some European country, but I'm taking this job if I am allowed to do it my way. Not all the way, my way.
Yeah.
And they gave him free reign to come into the organization. Because at that time, BP was experiencing a lot of accidents all over the place.
Right.
And people lost their limbs and all kind of mad thing. So he came in and he sat around roughshod. He came in as a real Django. You know, and telling everybody, hey, we got to get safety in order, wherever. And he gave us this analogy. He said, if you have a herd, somebody in charge, and they in charge of some sheep, right? A whole flock of sheep. And the sheep and them only going to the edge of the cliff and falling off. What do you do? He say, everybody jump up and give all kind of answers, wherever. He say, yeah, what's going on? My job is to come in here and to hold the sheep by the neck and pull them back from the cliff. Nice?
Right.
Even if I stand up and do one by one, his job is to come in and herd the sheep properly with preventing them from going to the edge of the cliff and falling off and dying. Right? So it's similar to that. At this point, we are in dire straits with the murders and the killing and the home invasions and all the things. By the way, I still have 2 bats to sell and one and
the pickaxe.
Yeah, 3 bats and 2 pickaxes to sell.
here I want to ask, right? Everybody talking about, of course, we have some affluent people who are being held under PDO. Right. So let me state this clearly. I don't agree that you should hold people for an extended period of time without charge.
Right.
Okay? Fundamentally.
Right.
But here's the tricky thing. And is when I went back and I listened to Kyle Taklal sing when he did the interview with us, right?
Right.
So people bawling, they should be released and this and that. They can't hold people.
Is it fair by chance?
No.
Oh,
I
yeah,
went back and listened to
right.
Right. So people been up in arms about the Hadids being held for an extended period, right? And they will have their appeal. They will go before the Privy Council will deal wherever, right? We see this morning, I think, as the tribunal saying, well, look, they should be released on whatever the case.
One
may be.
people saying they should be released and one people saying they should be arrested still.
Right. Now here's my thing. Putting everything aside, right? Because whatever happens to the Hadids will happen, and the court will happen through the natural course of justice.
Yeah.
But let's just take the government's position on this, or your own personal position on it, right? Because we just look at things, we don't look at it as it relates to if it's directed at us. So let's just say, as Kyle said, conspiracy to murder, which is what they're being accused of, right? Is a very serious charge. It's a very serious thing.
Right.
So I get to thinking, well, okay, how do you treat with a conspiracy to murder somebody?
Right.
And then I'm saying, okay, if I have some sort of evidence of some exchange of communication that might have been intercepted, right, by these agencies. Okay, I have that, and that might be enough to initiate a initial detention. I want to do this before 9:45. I know it's 9:45. Yeah, right. So my point is this. Okay, so I put people and I have them in custody, right? Now remember, they are accused of conspiring to murder me.
Right.
Right, but they haven't actually committed the act yet.
Right.
But they've been having the
They've been
discussion,
planning,
right?
yeah.
And they have the resources to do it.
Right.
Good. What do I do? Do I simply say, well, look, let me put them back outside so they could
Continue
chill
the
out
threat.
for a little five,
Yeah.
keep low, but still communicate and move around freely with people who they may be planning it with to execute, or do I keep them away from everybody
At
else
bay, yeah.
at bay, because I know they have the capability of doing it. I'm not sure if they intended to do it or if it was just some old talk or whatever. We
Rubber
can't
talk,
establish the intent yet, but we need to make sure that it wasn't intended to be a serious to be direct, to actually be carried out.
And at
but
this
how
time,
do you treat with that?
And at this time, you have the leeway to get away with it.
And right, so
because you have under
right.
SOE. So
And you could produce a PDO to say,
stymie it a little.
I need to hold them there a little longer because we haven't been able to establish if this was a serious threat or if this was just old talk. Because I'm hearing all the talk.
Because under normal circumstances, you can't do it.
Right. So what do you do if you're treating with a situation like that where it's a conspiracy too? Oh jeez, let me just.
Well,
I'll be serious here. I don't move my car. All right, so just hold on here. We got a time check here. 15 minutes away from the hour of 10 o'clock. And we're going into Blue Waters, man.
Stamina energy. Rise to the occasion.
Phone line 622-4911, and we're gonna take some calls and some comments here on everything that we've been discussing. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
depending
in
on how do you treat with that? How do you?
Well, when you're in a place of management, it's different. You look at things differently and how to approach certain situations.
Yeah.
And you have an SOE, and the things you can't do outside, you could do it now.
You could do it now, yeah.
So
yeah.
might as well take the chance to stymie the process. That is
Right.
that about the best plan.
I feel better. You come so, I'm gonna go so and do so and come back so.
All right, cool.
Right? Yeah. So 622-4911. But these are the circumstances that we're under right now, and I don't envy anybody for making any kind of decisions right now. Whatever decisions they had to make, they're gonna make. You dig where I'm coming from? Yeah.
Yeah. So Yes, so long as it is within the law. We doing the water segment or done it already?
We in that.
Okay.
We in that.
Yeah, just so you're singing right. Wow, how you headphones on so?
But that's what I'm telling you.
Singing worse than mine.
Exactly.
Singing even worse than mine. But let's take some calls and let's see. Hello, good day.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mr. X and His Excellency.
Hey, how things?
You know, while driving this morning, I'm listening to Mr. X. And I said to myself, Mr. X does not understand the gravity of the statements that he's making. You see, Mr. X, we do not live in El Salvador. We live in a democracy. How come it is that President Trump doesn't send the soldiers into East LA, into Chicago, right? All the other gang areas, round up all the gang members and put them in prison? How come they're running their country and they're not doing that? You see, it is very easy for fear to cause people to lose their liberties and their freedoms. A man came to power in 1939 in Germany, 1937, 39 around there, and he told the people, he said, listen, all these problems you're having here, you know who's responsible? Is the Jews. 6 million people died. We have to be careful about things that we say. I don't want to live in El Salvador. My parliament is supposed to make laws under which I am governed by.
All right, hold on. All right, hold right there. Supposed to make laws, right? Do we have a state of emergency in our democracy, as you so claim?
Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
We have that. I'm asking you a question. Do we have a state of emergency under one of our arsenal?
Yes, we do.
Right. And we have enacted the state of emergency. So it allows you certain powers that you can legally use to arrest a situation, right?
Right.
Have we done that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. In
You want me to carry on now?
In El Salvador,
when will the state of emergency end, Mr. X?
it will end just now. Just somewhere in September.
You sure about that?
Somewhere in September.
We thought the last one ended, they come back and they give us another one. When will it end?
What they was doing? What they was doing about it?
You
What
see,
they was doing about crime?
That's the problem that we have. This is not a case of us and we, right? This is a case of all of us. And until you recognize that we're going to get nowhere, it is not what Ole was doing. It is the parliament should get together and pass laws for the good governance of the country.
Hello,
and if they do that, we wouldn't need a state of emergency.
Hello.
Yes?
The crime rate was 648.
Because the UNC refused to do what it's supposed to do in the parliament.
What nonsense you talking about?
Because the UNC refused to have a reformed police service. They destroyed the SAUTT, send back the OPP, and everything else. It was like we were playing open seats for criminals.
You blaming the UNC for not
yes,
arresting crime?
the UNC.
For not arresting crime?
The PNM was ready to reform the police service since 34 years ago.
You serious?
Yes,
or you're joking?
34 years ago, and up to today they would not do it.
Are you serious or you're joking?
I'm not joking, I'm serious.
No, you can't
But
be serious.
wanted the police service
You
reformed
can't be
34 years
serious.
ago.
No, you can't be serious talking them rubbish you're talking, man.
But you calling it rubbish, they have evidence for it.
What evidence
they bring to the parliament? Not so.
What
The
are you talking
evidence
about?
is Gordon Draper talk about bringing a police management force, and the UNC and Wade Mark said no.
Hey, you had your chance.
And it's the
Right,
same
and you all
people send
fake.
back the OPDs,
You had
destroy
your
the
chance.
SAUTT, wouldn't bring in the TTRS.
Oh, this headphone.
So when you do all of that, what do you expect?
You had your chance and you
Creating a
failed.
table for criminals to function.
I say you had your chance and you failed. Nice?
No.
Now it's time to give somebody else a chance.
Trinidad and Tobago
You had your
failed,
chance
and failed by a flag
and you
hoisted by the
failed
UNC
miserably.
because they refused to vote for legislation.
You
for the
failed
good governance of the
miserably.
country.
You have increased your crime rate by 30% every year
No,
on
the
the year.
UNC increased the crime rate.
Yeah,
They
you
refused to reform the police service. They said they destroyed the
The man really
SAUTT, the
serious,
same one formed by John Jeremy. John Jeremy, SAUTT, they destroyed it.
Buddy,
They sent back the OPVs, refused to reform the
OPV, what we talking about?
Well,
It's
I am
33
telling you how
boats.
it
It's 33 boats. Only I didn't had out of service, you know, and six
I am
when that
saying to
service, you
you,
know.
we created a situation of 40 seasons of criminals in this country.
What is that?
That's what we did. That's what we did by the actions of the UNC.
Boy, be gone. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Be gone. Hello, good day.
Hello.
Hello, good day.
Hello, morning.
Hello, good day. I
Morning.
thought you was going to get a good build up, you know, but failure, boy.
Hello.
Failure, boy. Yeah, I gave me enough chance.
No, but you can't be
Yeah, morning,
serious.
Stephan.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I want to send you something here.
Yeah, boy. But you singing real sexy over here. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that caller previously will shut them up with them stamps.
You know what? I gave him chance to talk. I gave him chance to talk. To Billy case.
And
But you
they
can't
must
build a
understand
case.
this Attorney General we have now. He was in the PNM government when Manning come out and say, "Is have a big fish?" He know the big fish. So the man
Right.
just acting on information he had since back then when Manning said he had a big fish in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We know that.
So
we
he
know
just
that.
the fish in the net now. So it's time for we to deal with the fish now.
That's all.
I don't know
But
Yeah,
there's
man.
circumstances in dealing with that.
Right.
And the price of progress is high.
Yep. Well, I
And
know.
there must be changes when you have progress in a country.
Well, I can't understand we trying to blame somebody who was in opposition for the crime rate escalating. I don't understand that.
mentality of them, this is the
How
mentality of these fellas. They will sit down there, things will be happening right in front of their eye. Hey, not me, I ain't causing that. But you feeding the same dog we're biting you all the time, and the same dog we're biting you, you're feeding them.
I can't understand that.
Well, I gave him chance to
I mean, I went to park my car, I went to move my car, but Lord of mercy, what did I miss in that period?
Yeah, man.
How many times did the UNC in opposition approach or get up in Parliament and say, listen, we want a debate on crime? How many times did they offer to help and have talks with that then government on crime and were rejected? How many times?
Have no evidence of that.
It's now one piece of legislation that the PNM government brought to the Parliament to deal with crime that the UNC didn't support. Down to the bail amendment bill they end up supporting after they brought amendments or whatever. Morning.
Hello, good day.
Good morning, Mr. X. Stephan, but I take my coffee on breaking down, right? So
Yes, I.
there is a budget from back over over.
Yeah. All right, Kush. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me give you a bit. Hey, X,
Yeah.
you truly are laughing today.
If what?
I from laughing. I from Turnback Alley, East Flyover, Duke Street in Port of When I can walk from there to go French Street to what I know be. And when you say Dicky Boy your way, you get through wherever you explain. You truly are laughing. But I ain't nothing back for. Later, we'll find out.
All right, yeah, Kush. Later. Yeah, man.
All right.
You always talk like, yeah, man. You want to like you're cloud nine, man.
Hello, good day.
This is good.
Hello, good day.
Morning. What you doing?
What do
Yeah,
they-
morning.
Remember,
Oh, I
you
don't,
all
yeah.
remember when that so-called intellectual idiot called on all radio stations and was saying that Venezuela going to bomb TNT and everybody going on dead?
Yeah.
Did he understand the gravity of what he was saying at that time?
I don't think so.
Spreading fear and propaganda among the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
People listen to him and watch it.
Tell me something. This man, something wrong with him. You know, he's suffering with dementia or something. You know. Tell him to think carefully about what it is he coming to say before he come on the radio to talk. Eh?
Yeah, why
Instead of
the
wasting people's
statement
time.
stop opening your mouth and confirming the idiot? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the guy.
Boy.
Have a good day.
Yeah, man. Usually he's has some good little points sometimes, you know what I mean? But
You might wanna
this
blame-
morning,
you might
then,
wanna
nah.
blame- You might want to blame
Nah.
UNC for crime.
Nah.
You could have
Nah. Unbelievable.
listen to him like.
Now, it take belly to do certain things, but it take plenty belly to call it and say that, because I telling you, I remember they supported any bill that the PNM brought on crime, the UNC supported it. They got support. If I am not, I'm very, very sure about that, and I will send a message just now to Big.
Hello, good day.
Because Big will send me everything. Morning.
Good morning, Stephan and Mr X. Hi, guys. Morning.
Morning.
Where's my phone? Hand me my phone. I will check it back. I'm sure I have it on my
Put it
phone.
there.
My phone in there?
Stephan,
Yes, darling. You go ahead.
when you get the opportunity,
Uh-huh.
when they were in government, to pass that red couch. That is your behavior.
Oh God, Lord
right.
Father.
Okay,
what,
thanks
what,
a lot.
So of course he will behave like that.
Oh
All right,
gosh.
thanks.
All right. No problem, sugar.
Hello,
Oh
good day.
God. More.
Hello, good day.
Yeah, morning, Mr. X and Stephan. Are you hearing me?
Hey,
Yeah,
Papa,
man.
what's happened?
I called my brother. Well, Liana, I tell you already, you just sprain ankle, you go sprain a finger, but when you let people try to sprain your brain, brother, that will be a problem. These people, you know, but
Imagine you
I
and she
want
causing
to deal
crime.
with this. I dealing with this thing straight this morning. So there's a situation we have to fix in this country. Otherwise, right now a new thing starts up in the communities amongst us. You see that thing will take place by the gas station there. It starts to have reprisal and all kind of things in the community.
Yeah, boy, yeah,
You
boy.
understand? This community has to start to work along with the authorities and let we keep this thing and people going and fall here, you know.
Yeah.
Anytime a bunch of youths could see it fit to go by a gas station right around an area and fire off a firearm there, it's only God didn't make a bullet struck a gas tank with gas fire
Precisely.
and blow up the whole place.
And a store right next door that's selling alcohol.
Hello?
Right next door, about 100 feet away.
So that is a dangerous being amongst us. How are we going to start to deal with this thing? I want to start to make a contribution so the people can think. And remember, we had this crime surge high at a time in the country here. Mr. X, you were one of the men, I were one of the people. You have people who pass on go like Mother Randu, DCs, and Maki, and all these people. You see, we don't have a wave, and we have to wave across this country to get us back and all down. Because remember, there's a machinery, the PNM left loose in this country right now to make it ungovernable.
All right.
Anyway, like you're pressing for time, but I'll talk.
No, but we
more
had the
about
10 o'clock news coming up now. Yeah.
I'll go ahead to it, straight ahead.
All right, my brother. Take it easy. Yeah, man. All right, so we got the 10 o'clock news, and after the 10 o'clock news, we'll get back to the phone calls, and we'll take some calls in the second hour that will take us up to the playway. All right, we're talking about the crime. We're talking about... I've done loaded already. Don't frighten. I don't handle it. You worried about? You feel like I'm crossing about this now. Oh, God, I know how to babysit a big man. You worried about? All right, yeah, 10 o'clock news. We'll be back after this.
Good morning. I'm married to a
Any problem, you know? That's not.
We do.
All right. I think that's one. Yeah. I feel just now, Yeah.
Find the problem?
No, I don't think so, no. It didn't make a difference.
Oh, okay.
I thought this when I turned this button, you know. I thought I pressed that button. I thought I find the problem.
You know, I recall and talk about he don't care about El Salvador and what. There's a reason why El Salvador right now is the quietest it has ever been. It had a murder rate 20 times the US. 20 times the US. And he come in and he say, "Oh, hey, you see this rubbish?
Because
this had a cutout."
You had to have balls to.
Yeah.
You have to have balls to do what is necessary. You see, all they just want to pretend all they want crime fix, you know.
Yeah.
But all they really don't want fix, you know, because when the police move dread, all they want to ball the police bad.
Yeah. And in truth and in fact, the PDOs that issued right now, out of the 300 to 400, about 2% or even 1% of them are on, well, I can't say innocent people, because you can't be running up your mouth with no responsibility. You're just running up your mouth and talking about the people and them gods and whatever, them kind of things. So under normal circumstances, you should get locked up for that. Because I hate speech. That is hate speech generally.
That's what it is.
So you are against the government, that is hate speech. Lock up your backside. And only learn a lesson.
No, you could be
at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you could be against the government.
Who is the government really?
You have to. You could.
Who is the government? I am Marvin Gonzalez saying the population under fear and under this and that and all kind of talk concerning. God, boy, that thing well out of timing, boy.
Is that the spray?
Yeah, but
good. Well, I ain't got.
Things smell like a toilet, boy. Yeah, but nevertheless, which citizen, the average Joe?
They're trying to create a narrative of the fearmonger in the population. It's just what they do.
You can't be telling me about go and bomb the Prime Minister house and cussing we gods. Well, the gods and them.
No, but they're in fear, right?
Yeah, in fear.
They're in fear.
I like, what is really going on with all this?
They're in so much fear that they're afraid to threaten.
We may say yesterday, man, come now, man.
You're in so much fear that you're afraid to threaten.
Yeah, you're afraid to threaten.
You're afraid to come out in the streets. You're afraid. No, I mean, oh God, let me check the ridiculous nature and that nonsense, man. And that stupid narrative now, boy.
We're trying to repair all the ignorance.
That's a stupid. It is.
All of we come out for the World Cup and have that time. How come none of we get arrested?
Let me tell you something. It is foolish to even try to believe that you have a population living under fear, right? During a state of emergency, where you have less murders than you had between 2023, 2024, and 2025.
Yeah.
2022.
Right.
22 was 577. 23 was 599. Right? And 24 was 624. Are you using that statistic, right? It is ridiculous to think, right, that right now, the population under Marvin Gonzalez, look, crawl back, look.
I said that stupid talking boy. Like you only like criminals or what?
But look now, I tell you that the house of corruption, you know.
Hello, good day.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Hey, Mr. Stephan.
Yeah.
Boy, it's first time a man get higher than you in horses, boy.
Then what?
The man raise the horses higher than you. I swear that for mini radio station there and deal with you, know.
Well, he free too. If he's fighting looking fine, I ain't that.
Nah.
If he's fighting looking fine, that.
Let me don't.
You gotta watch how we talking because they could bring out a thing on you. Don't say nothing on the radio, but you don't know nobody can interfere with you. Anyhow, let me be straightforward and get into a little history.
What?
Give me a little time. Now, Stephan, I want to bring in X in this and I want to know if you know about this too. All you remember the Scott drug report?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
how long after that Eric Williams lived?
How long? About 10 years.
Around the same time, they was going and present the Scott drug report in Parliament.
He was alive?
Eric died around that time.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I know he was
all you do all your research and check it out. Okay. You'll never get a history of how he died. Leave that to God. After the Scott drug report, you know, if you check, cocaine was always in this country. X, are you listening?
Yeah,
we listen.
Yeah, because this is a thing with Trinidad and Tobago. We'll be talking about crime, man. When cocaine was here, we poor people couldn't afford that. That was in the. I used to go in a special store on Charlotte Street with a certain fella to help them empty the container. And when I used to see he putting that in his nose, and the only man I used to see putting that in the nose was Dr. Rat. Was a little fella.
Right.
All of a sudden, when a certain man when a certain man get big in this country, you could have get $50 straw, you could have get $100 straw. Like the first time cocaine come out.
Right.
Nice. Chambers come in power and he say we're wrong, go for right. They say he don't see. And the same people destroy him.
Right.
Find out now. One meeting Patrick Manning went in and which party went to the meeting. And right after that meeting, he called the election before time and law.
Westmoreland, I go whistle Westmoreland.
Listen me.
I go whistle. I will whistle Westmoreland by the bread makers.
Because I know personally somebody who was in that.
If what?
I say I know somebody who personally was in that meeting.
Right, well.
But anyhow, try and watch good. Manning had a vision with a hot tram car coming from Diego Martin to Port of Spain. We had coach boss, and I ain't getting into all of that. But he had a 2020 vision with Collar doing all the work with the Chinese.
Well, the 9 body was on.
And Dr. Rowley actually opposed him because Collar had too much power with what corruption.
Right.
Boom. Well, he both how he went like it for Manning. And anybody who deal with he could deal with them, right? So anyhow, this whole drug problem is we had this crime problem. Right. And let me check here now, Hector, I'll let you call it. Where was the first gang ever exist in Trinidad and Tobago within the police service? Where was the name of that gang?
The flying squad.
Nice. All right. Well, let me tell you something. You see this whole Bacchanal and mess, and you see Jeremy, the Attorney General, he know plenty.
Well, he must know plenty. He was wrong. It's real secret. It's real secret share between the man.
Listen to me now, man. Remember everybody.
Not because he had Kamala, and not because
he cast them out.
It's not only under Kamala he gained secret. He gained secret since Manning days.
No, well, I don't know. Let me tell you something. Jolene John is getting under Manning.
Right.
And she stay under Kamala. So when we talking about production with Jolene John and performance. So Kamala keeps she. And now, look at how far she reached.
Right.
Which are looking to see if she could come head at the UNC if today or tomorrow Kamala step down. But anyhow, I'm not on politics. I on crime.
Right. I hear you.
All you, let Trinidad and Tobago know this problem where we reaching here, boy. Let me tell you something.
The man say UNC cause crime, UNC cause crime.
Let me tell you something. This crime thing long before UNC.
Yeah. Long before.
Because them days was ULF.
Yeah.
It had no UNC.
And the only reason the Scott drug report didn't make it to the front is because there was no rules of natural justice took place within the document.
Partner, let me tell you something, boy.
Yeah.
X, I go see you. I go see you later.
Yeah.
And I go tell you something with you in no.
All right, okay.
Because you don't get tied up with that.
All right,
You
okay.
remember Eric Williams pissed down himself in Parliament
Right.
when the nurses and the teachers was marching wrong. We had a big demonstration. Eric Williams peed on himself in Parliament where ambulance had to rush him out of the Parliament and he leave his briefcase.
Oh, God, oh, God. All right.
All you, listen, don't play stupid for stupid serious things. This country in a mess because of the people who know we're going on with the crime and we're going on with the gang and we're going on with everything everybody knows.
Right.
But it's only when it comes to them house, you will see who could run to where and who could go to where and who could do this. I ain't want to keep all your time too much, but let me tell you something. X, bring Stephan when you're coming by the office.
All right.
And let me talk to you and Stephan because
Well, I know if you come Lavante. I know if you come Lavante. So you might gotta come and meet me.
Just go anywhere, brother. Man.
hey, let me tell you something. X, don't get tired.
Yeah.
You have enough sense that if you bring him by the office,
No, you know you got to go. You know you got to go. Yeah, you know that too.
Well, right. So don't make people feel the office is go by so frightful.
No, that's some people are desperate to go Lavante. That's how it is.
Okay. So anyhow, let me get to reality, and the reality is, Scott drug report never deals with. Is that who fly out the country, run out the country? Remember Latinta?
Yeah, with Savary, yeah.
All right, you remember with Bernadette James in the bus?
Yeah. She gets shot.
That is where the
Nobody know why she gets shot.
So bad that the little fella.
And Russell Huggins get killed and all kind of mad thing.
You ever hear Martin Joseph just went in the sea for a dip, a good swimmer and drowned?
No, he was a good swimmer. So I don't understand how he drowned, but it is what it is.
Okay, but listen to this. Let me face reality. You remember the blimp, you remember the this, you remember the that. Martin Joseph was coming out with a security plan.
Right.
Nice. All you just check. Anybody who looking to deal with this big mafia in this country, boy, I pray into God that one day we could hear who is Mr. Big. All you have a good day.
All right.
Yeah, morning.
Hello?
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Of course, I'm glad I get through. Good morning, Stephan. Good morning, Mr. X.
Morning to you.
The Scott drug report was laid in Parliament in 1990. Eric Williams was nowhere there. He gone down the road two terms and election passed and gone.
He died already.
1981 election, he
Yeah,
was
tell him he
there.
dead. Tell him he dead.
1986 election, he was not there.
All right, and the reason why I didn't go any further because there was no rules of natural justice. That's why the Scott drug report did not go anywhere.
Well, what I'm saying, at that time it was about to lay, right?
Right.
The Scott drug report, and Eric Williams was no way around at that time.
No, he did it already.
Yes, so your last caller saying Eric Williams. You understand? But anyhow, I'm locked on and listening.
All right,
and
my
when
dear.
it is one person want to talk all around the corner all about an ex, many other callers would like to get in.
All right, darling, no problem.
Okay,
No problem.
okay.
Yeah, man. 6224911. We're talking about the crime situation. We're talking about the PDOs. We're talking about the, you wanted the crime to be dealt with, and I think
We've been asking for years.
Yeah,
We've been asking
that
for years.
So where's the problem?
So
now?
they come out and do something about it, and at least they moderate down for a little while.
Nah, well, they didn't like how they're doing it.
And then have some people going and get case in those PDOs. That's some people going and get case.
They don't like how they're doing it. Morning.
Yeah, they don't like how they're doing it.
Morning.
It's an no proper way to do it.
I listened to the chairman of the PNM. I think his name is Marvin Gonzalez.
Yeah, I listen to him today. He like criminals.
This morning on a thing with Wendell and Net Radio. That is what it is.
Yeah.
I call in there, and I hear in Wendell, who's a PNM, he sees a PNM. Nobody else could dispute that. And, and he is saying that PNM going to show win the next general election. That's what he's saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I say, I have no problem with that. That is how he's seeing it.
But I call in and say something, that the PNM have to repent. I said it. They have to repent. PNM going to do the same thing. They say if they get back in, they bring back CPEP, they bring back URP, they bring back all them programs. And this program did not do anything for
all the corruption.
People who they're holding on to. They will be crying. I said to them tomorrow by Balize House, and it's the same playbook. Kamala and them is this. Kamala don't like this one. And there's people like Marcel and them with the racial, what they call gaslighting. And that's how they want to win elections. They're not doing anything. Look at the condition of humans living in Maloney, where this is a senior government minister, was there for about 9 or 15 years. She's the representative for there. These people living in very abject poverty. Human beings should be existing in those conditions. You have a new government going in there, send the government representative, which is Mr. Alexander, the junior minister in the Ministry of Housing.
Yeah.
And he's going to talk to them. And they have the scandalous PNM until a dead woman coming out and saying she don't care nothing. These people are dangerous for the community. The community will not be uplifted with these old heads going down with PNM until they're dead. And they don't want nothing good for themselves. And respect to what is happening now with the PEO and all them things. Boy, if you're doing the wrong thing, police will knock your door.
That's right.
my position on that.
All right, simple. Yeah, man. And by the way, you know, Robinson Reggie's ex. Robinson Reggie's she said that the UNC has the answer for the state of Maloney. Right?
Answer what?
And she said that the people are living now with cockroaches and rats in their apartment. Cockroach and rats only moving as of April last year.
God.
Right? They're moving. They decided to take up. Yeah. They're moving as of April last year. April last year it had rat and cockroach hunting in the apartments. Morning. I tell you can't make up this, you know. You can't. I tell you.
Good morning to Mr. X.
Even if you try.
And Mr. Stephan Reese.
Yes, sir.
Stephan, I'm going to tell all something that's very serious. I didn't want to state there, but I have to state. I want to show what crime is in Trinidad and Tobago, okay? Listen to this. Now, it had a fella that came from Princess Town and come beach, and he say he come with his wife, and they end up living by a man who had 3 wives, right? Okay.
My boy will get through.
Listen, man. The man's son end up being with the so-called man wife who staying by them. Well, you know, they had a fallout. And he gone and he rent a house 5 houses away from them. And they started back and forth now. So enemy in our ship. When he asked his wife to come with him, the wife said no, she's staying in the house. Well, but the man, we know nothing. I hear the man talk to a fella who is my partner named Bego, that he go fix them. I know nothing was going on. Bam! Police come out evening and gone and started to search the people's house. You know they get 5 cartridge that they call Alpha Mark. And they arrest the man and his son. But the man had a heart problem. He tell the police if the man gets sick in the car and he asks for any tablet, don't give him. The man really suffered a heart attack in the police car. And he dead in the boy hand, his son hand.
Right.
You hear what I'm telling you, Stephan? The man died.
Right.
Why is the police taking him to San Fernando? The boy gets 5 years for that cartridge. You understand what I'm telling you, Mr. Stephan? I'm talking about innocent people, you know. I can't call a name because they are wrong, right?
Don't call a name.
And I know plenty more, but I still can't say. Right? The man sold 5 years. Then the fella leave beach, but the woman didn't go with him. The woman remained in the house. And right now, presently now, the boy living with the woman in the home. But I have a real thing to say on that, but it will take me too much long. So tomorrow, please God, give me a little chance. I will show you the result of that, okay?
All right, no problem.
Thank you, Mr. Stephan.
Yeah, we're going again. Morning. Morning.
Yeah. Morning again, Mr. X and Stephan.
Boy.
And morning to my brother Malcolm X. I want to respond to a nice contribution I heard just now there with the caller who said about Wendell Stevenson saying the TNM is going to win the next general election. You have such a confidence.
But I think either him or did he say Wendell said that or Marvin Gonzalez said that?
I think one of the two of them, but anyway, it was said around that conversation with both of them. And I want to put this in the mix because they are well listening to it. Yeah, people are listening. People are listening. Now, for instance, this administration here, one of the main things, I ask these ministers and them who leave in office to come to the constituency. Whenever you come to any one of the constituencies in Trinidad and Tobago, there's a supporter of the UNC. There's a supporter of the government there. Know the same problem as the PNM activists who is going to push up themselves to talk.
Right.
Find the people, go to them, make proper newscasts to send up to this population because there's a kind of thing breathing on the ground here, a kind of destabilization thing. It didn't reach the order yet in the studios of Trinidad and Tobago with these CNN people. They are having a vision that they're not allowing the UNC to make a 5 years in this country, and the UNC did not steal any election. So all you who trying to put it in the public domain that the PNM is going to return just like that, there's issues to be dealt with in this country before we even say PNM again. I will close by saying none of the governments in this country since independence agitated the move of the Auditor General. Once that person make a song in the country, things were in a bad position with whoever was governing the country at that time. Morning to that and Tobago.
All right, man. What about something, yeah? I'll tell you this, eh? I just say it plain, right? If that level of stupidity exists across this country, right, that all you go buy into a set of nonsense narratives with a set of propaganda, buy into fear mongering like all they did in the pandemic, and put them back into run the country, them who had it for 10 years and run it into the ground. I telling you, I on the first plane out of here. X, we rolling?
I mean, if you rolling, you're getting short.
Yeah. I go on plan.
I have two European countries I can go in, and one in Brooklyn.
I ain't going so far. I'll go on plan peace in Tobago. At least Tobagonians have more sense. At least Tobagonians have more sense than Trinidadians. I am convinced of that. Right? Because at least Tobago does vote sensible. You would agree with that statement, X?
Well,
yes. They just vote
of course,
sensible.
they get rid of PNM. They fed up of PNM.
No, they just vote sensibly, right? I was making a point to a guy the other day. I said, but Tobago's never been PNM. You know that, right?
Right.
Traditionally and historically, Tobago has never been a PNM stronghold, you know.
Nope.
Anytime you have a political party born and bred from Tobago, they will beat PNM every day of the week. Right? Is when, in the absence of that presence, PNM has won elections in Tobago. But really and true, when NAR was there at its strongest. You understand? This fella, Top, is Ashra Jack?
Yep.
Right. He was there. Then you had Farley. Well, you have Farley coming out. Let me tell you something, eh? Farley has some decades. Farley have at least a little decade or two inside there at STHA, because he had to do something real, because or somebody had to come up and emerge from somewhere to defeat Farley and Tobago, eh?
Tobago people loyal to him.
And Tobagonians loyal, right? But they're not stupid. They don't fall for no. You understand? I know why. You know why? They can't divide them by race. It's no race division in Tobago as opposed to Trinidad.
Place it doesn't know what we had the
playway. We had the playway coming up now. We see the phone line real busy. When we come back from the playway, we'll get back to the phone calls and that kind of thing, right? People are see all they want a real get in.
And nobody give us the solution to our problems.
But I just
in terms of what governance should look like, because we fed up at this.
Look, we know what it's supposed to look like. Nobody not to tell you that now. We need somebody to write that. We need somebody to write our book too.
No, but we need somebody to reinforce it.
We reach a point where people are supposed to have some sense, man. The whole, listen.
They hurry to put back PNM.
I do history in school, you know.
To get what?
I do history in school, you know. That one of the subjects I was damn good at, you know. You see history? I was real good at that. Right? Because history does take research. You understand? And then history does teach you how to connect one thing to another. Right?
Right.
And listen, all you have to do is read out here, you know. You just have to read and go back in history, you know. Right? And all the stupidity that exists inside of you might come out. At least some might. You might purge yourself of it now. You understand what I'm saying? Anyhow, we had the 10.
You missed a nice little topic yesterday, RKG. You missed a nice little topic yesterday.
Nobody about 10 woman. Anyhow, I'm going to say that too loud.
Good morning. Welcome to the NLCB's 10:30 a.m. draw for Wednesday, 22nd July 2026. Let's begin with our play rate draw. Winning number, it is
the most clever double entendre tune that you have heard in years, and he said make it to the final.
Yeah, he did make it to the final, let me tell you.
Oh, boy.
But I not an NC King is the president of Tuco now, so...
We will solve all problems, right?
Calypso has been saved.
Yeah.
All right, he got a second term, so...
He got a second term, so the man inside like a liver.
Calypso has been saved, people. You alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, before...
Yeah, tell me all about it now.
Oh, God. I tell you, elections are a funny thing, boy.
Boy, it's an
Elections
easy,
are a hell of a thing, you know.
It's an easy, boy.
You know, I am convinced...
It have anybody in elections that have ever voted in Trinidad and Tobago that was just outstanding in their leadership? Think back well.
Anybody that
we have ever voted in any high position anywhere in the country that you can point your finger
in
and
any
say
election.
yes, and they could point and
any
say
type of
yes.
election doesn't have to be a political...
No.
All right. Anybody that we voted for...
Think about it well before you answer.
That we voted for, eh? That was exceptional.
Yes,
That's including politics you're talking about here,
yes. Anybody that has ever get into the position and you say, yeah, you read a sigh of relief and say, yes, boy, change is coming, I'll be better. And
Okay, so
being
not
done
necessarily
as a
that
way.
you had to vote for, but just...
Well, you had to vote for you yourself or somebody has voted,
Like
somebody...
like Tuco or
yeah,
something has voted.
somebody
I
to say,
think
well,
that is
right.
a hard question. That is a very
How
hard
a
question.
hard question?
Yeah, because you see, like, I know it would have had some like we have some favorites.
Who is your favorite?
All right. if we being real and we talking well for the politics side here, right?
Who is your favorite?
I would say in terms of people favorite, the late great Basdev Pandey.
Pandey was mad in corruption, so forget that. Pandey had a good
No,
run. He had a good run,
right?
But he was mad in corruption at the end.
But the airport and thing.
So forget that.
Right.
Airport
And the late
London
great
bank account.
Manning
was very
Patrick
good
Manning.
until he started to go mad at the end.
Yeah.
So both of them.
Imagine the man going and take. Watch it.
No, but they were loved though. They were loved.
Hey.
They were loved.
Nobody's saying no.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that this is the man that
But
get
we
up
don't
in the
have
morning
who floor? We don't have
and
anybody
instruct a
floor.
boy
Yeah.
to take off that number plate there and put it on my car.
Yeah.
That to tell you how mad he went with power. The man went mad. I still have a document home.
Remember the walking boom champion?
He do a new, yeah. When he,
Kevin Bacon. Get rough up. Easy bakes.
it is what it is. But has anybody ever really
The man
out?
leave a barber shop. The man leave in the middle of your cut.
Yeah. To go a barber shop.
Go on a radio station and say, but he was right, eh?
Well, that point.
He was right.
No. Let me be real. Let me be real X.
No, he was right.
There are times that there's a borderline when it comes to the
I'm
disrespect.
talking about in general.
No, but why?
Who have we in Trinidad ever
Alright,
elected
hold on,
that are top of the line?
Let me just clear up that radio station. Let me rephrase that. He wasn't right to go to the... He should not go to the radio station. Alright?
He was starting to go mad already too.
But the announcer was wrong to do what he did. What he did was during a newscast,
yeah.
he formed an opinion.
Yeah.
And
No,
you are allowed to do that?
No.
You are
If
allowed.
it's entertainment news, there's a difference. If it's entertainment
not
news,
during a newscast
not hard
sense.
news, not hard news, not hard news.
You can't read a story and then give an opinion on it.
Yeah.
Not in a newscast.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. That was David Murray.
Yeah.
And he did that, and he was
Pilot.
pilot.
Pilot, yeah.
And he was removed.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. That is you don't do those things.
Yeah.
Right? But Manning ought not to have gone to the station directly. He could have called the station
and dealt with it from that aspect.
Right, or allow the program director to deal with it. Because the program director ought to have picked up on it.
Right.
And discipline the individual accordingly, right? But I think he went to the station and he kind of played a high hand there because that was a big thing. But at the time, well, not at the time, in a newscast, you're really not supposed to do that. You don't form an opinion.
But
we can discuss the issues.
Yeah.
but not during a live broadcast of a newscast. Then you can't give an opinion. You understand?
But X question.
But coming back to your question.
Yeah, question X.
Slowly answer it. I'm waiting.
Jack Warner.
I'm waiting.
Is it Jack?
Jack was mad in fraud,
yes,
taken from Haiti.
Hold on.
All kind of nothing to do with Trinidad.
But he was ever found guilty.
Right.
He was ever found guilty.
That never had nothing to do with Trinidad and Tobago. But Jack.
He was ever found guilty
Jack,
of these.
No. Jack as Minister of Works and Transport was exceptional. Jack as Minister of National Security was exceptional.
Yeah.
Jack was working.
Yeah.
Come on.
What,
And Fadala.
I am agreeing with that, but I am just saying.
Stephan X working Fadala.
He was mad.
He go and work Fadala.
Is all his illustrious stuff went down in flames when he was mad in confusion without foreign. It is what it is.
Jack created the opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago to make it to the World Cup.
I am a Jack proponent, right? Generally. But I am saying that he was mad. He was mad and went down in flames with his international career.
Big up Jack.
It is what it is.
Big up Jack.
But I am a Jack proponent. You can't say nothing bad about Jack for me. But just saying, his career was mad and confusion.
The original JW.
You can't forget that part.
The bigger JW.
Yeah.
Big up that JW. Jack Warner.
Yeah, well, who else?
The ultimate.
Who else?
I don't know. Let me see what they're saying. Let me see what they're saying.
You'll
get to the voice notes and hello, good morning.
Sorry for coming back. Mr. X.
You come back? All right.
Mr. Austin Jack Warner is a brother. Could you get him?
All right. But did his career not mired in confusion at the ending?
Hey, brother boy, I don't know what you're talking about. I get sick up.
That's right.
Hey. Let the patients and stuff use the phone and sit down.
You're so correct.
Let the patients and them stuff use the phone.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
We get this Alex and
Hi, good gentlemen, good day.
Good day. Go ahead.
Don't forget Mr. Manning and that secret church he was building. And when the people start to know about it,
Is that
Lady Levan and then
Juliana
people
Pena.
vandalize everything from the church. So I think that was corruption also. Thank you.
All right.
But only answer my question. Yet.
I just said it, Jack Warner.
And I'm saying no.
Based on his performance in
I am saying no.
Wow. Morning.
Yes, gentlemen, good morning.
All right.
There's a reality you have to face. As long as you have humans in office, a human being could never do everything right. He's imperfect, and he will have some fault somewhere. But I think
good point.
If you take an intelligent perspective on the matter, is how we define. Now I know this will spark some debate, but it's how we define what corruption is. Now, corruption might be broad-based.
You want to define corruption?
What is the definition of corruption?
You want to define corruption? Are you serious?
No, allow me, gentlemen. Allow me.
Go ahead. Let me hear you.
Allow me. If you're in a situation of authority and you have the responsibility to hire people, and you have family and relatives who are unemployed, and you have in your hand the capacity to hire,
right?
Would you hire your family?
Good question.
You see, it might be perceived by me who have an agenda to say you're corrupted. But what you're doing according to Machiavelli, you're doing enough. That's normal human behavior.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. You have to define
Can't
corruption.
answer.
Now, if corruption means that you're in a position of authority
after
and
all the
you are using your authority and influence
to advance yourself,
to satisfy yourself and yourself alone, and minus the equation of the poorer or the less fortunate, and to take away from them what is duly entitled to them. Well, that's a different level of discussion. You know, so that's what I'm saying. We have to define what corruption is. And let me just add one other thought, please, gentlemen. I've always listened to your program. I mean, I think you all have very intelligent discussions and so on. So I hardly call, I always listen.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
But I want to make this point. Hitler had a propaganda minister.
And the purpose for that was to spread the ideology of Nazism throughout the world, Europe, etc., etc., etc. And to some degree, Goebbels was successful in doing that. Now, what's my point? My point is, we have to understand that we have an objective here. You will always have PNM people and supporters. You will always have UNC, PNM and supporters. And no matter what you tell them, either or, right, and they'll never be wrong.
Right.
But there's a reality. And that is, if we truly fighting for the soul of our nation, then we have to find a way that we have to try to indoctrinate the ones who have not yet been convinced that there is a better option available, not necessarily in the political personality, but the political perspective, and therefore help them to, for the want of a word, grow up, get mature, and then ask a question: what do I want for my grandchildren? Not me, because I identify. What do I want for my grandchildren, and who has the reasonably best or better policy that could get me there? Because no matter how good Kamala is, mind you, forgive me, the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, no matter how good she is, it go have some idiot within the regime that have his own objectives. That is the reality.
Right.
No matter how good our current Minister of National Security might be and his intentions and his words, he's human. And he's going to be making mistakes and he's going to have flaws. His decisions, his prescriptions for whatever situations may not be entirely correct and all that.
Correct.
The question is, are we prepared to take the fight, walk the distance, with the objective that tomorrow is not just 24 hours away. Tomorrow is way beyond us and what we leave for the generations to come.
Nice.
Maybe that's something we could consider. Have a beautiful day, gentlemen, and thanks a lot for taking the call.
Yes, my brother, that is an excellent contribution.
Excellent analysis.
That's
no paralysis in the
yeah, it was not embedded in political bias. No, I'll be being real here.
Yeah,
right. He did not.
Straight talk.
He did not particularly take a side either way. Down the middle, very straight. More about country than party and self. But coming back to your original question, what do we consider to be corruption? And this the caller talking about, right?
How shall I define corruption?
So I mean, if I was a minister and a man get a contract and he say, boy, I got a little contract,
can this government be seen as corrupt? No. After its first year in office. Can this government be seen as corrupt?
How they go be corrupt?
No, well,
it had any money to corrupt?
Well,
is that anything that he?
Well, that is exactly the point. Well, that is exactly the point. They're being accused of being a corrupt government and trying to understand, well, where and how.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's no money.
How they been accused of being corrupt? No.
Maybe that men saying that all day. That men running up them out and
No. The men that talking that talk, my brother, just before I go to this call, you see the people that talking that talk was feeding off of the CPF and the URP.
It's our grip crew. It's our grip crew. It's our grip crew.
But they have no bag now. They have no corrupt bag now. They have no bag of money coming, no free money coming. So they talking that nonsense. But it have no corruption.
Right.
Come now, man. Let me say that.
It's our grip screw.
Yeah. Them grip on them.
One question.
Yes.
What year the Angels left Davante? I for 5 years from 1975, 1 year in Carrera and 5 years in
Hey, they must stop let the patients use the phone at lunchtime. Stop let the patients use the phone. Or let's take away that phone from that gentleman, please. What's going on with all you?
Hey, boy, brother.
Come on, man.
Hey, boy.
What they be? No turret. They get a terrazine shot by using the phone. Win.
It's a one that's calling me, and all this caller do is.
Morning.
Yeah, good day.
Morning, yeah, go ahead.
The only corruption it has, boy, is that when these ministers start to read the type of thing happen, they corrupt their mind. And they corrupt their brain when they went into government.
Corrupt who brain? Who are you talking about yourself?
After when the ministers take over from the TNM The UNC ministers corrupt their mind. That's the only set of corruption it had when this government take over.
All right, okay, cool.
I trying to fix the problem, but Jack Warner I don't think was corrupted. He was just in a position that he was trying to help himself. And he was offered. He was offered. He was offered. He was offered the assistance.
Let me say sometime, boy.
What? All right, no problem. He said Jack wasn't corrupted. He was just in a position where he was trying to help himself.
Look, boy.
Working for $1 a month.
Abdul, bring the duffel bag.
Lord have mercy. Alright, we have about a minute. Alright, have a minute. This man keep calling on WhatsApp here. Let me take this call quick. Alright, this is the final one before the 11 o'clock news. Morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Based on the question you asked X, there is only one person that falls in that category, and it is Jack Warner. Regardless of what allegations came about from his time in FIFA, that has no bearing on the question. The question is who was outstanding in terms of being voted. He was outstanding not only as an MP, but also in every ministry that he touched. If you ask anybody who was in his you know which part the Caroni Bridge is? There is a community right off of Caroni Bridge here. He transformed all the wooden house there into concrete foundations.
Hey, we're not disputing Jack Warner's job, and what he was done. And he's just fantastic with his work ethic. He has just hold on. He has just been fantastic in what he did. But he was mad in corruption at the end, and he had to step down. Bottom line, it have no if, maybe, might, or but about that.
At the end of what, Mr. X? Because the statement from Kamala was clear your name and come back. That had nothing to do with Trinidad Affairs.
Clear your name and come back.
But did he clear his name? I don't know.
It was FIFA. Not so? That was the FIFA issue. That had nothing to do with Trinidad and Tobago. So as I say, the question you asked, you asked and talking about his involvement with FIFA and the allegations that were never proven, right? That has no bearing on this question. So as I say, Jack Warner is the only person in politics that falls in that category. There are places in Mova that was never paved, neglected. It is only when Jack Warner there, the Pepsi sign, or a number of places get paved. He was outstanding in every ministry.
Can't fight him with that.
I am not fighting the man on that.
You can't fight him.
I am not fighting the man on that.
We gotta get to the 11 o'clock news, but we hear your point.
Oh, are you fighting the man on that? I'm not fighting the man on that.
What the man is saying.
The man was just the best minister ever.
Where is Stanley? Could somebody locate Stanley Augustus?
The man was the best
minister
minister
ever. Have we seen
ever.
him for the morning?
Yes, he was here. He came in here. You forget all.
Stanley came in here this morning?
Yes, in a white top.
The man was here talking to us.
Yes, in a white top.
Stephan, Stephan where he was?
Yeah, he boss on.
Stephan was here.
And he facing forward.
And he watching. He watching Stanley directions and he walking.
But okay, but
we drink.
But where is he now? We have the 11 o'clock news.
He'll come in.
Somebody could just knock on the door. Just knock on the door and tell
He'll come in. Yeah, nobody can dispute the man performance.
Yes,
the man
but
was just a boss.
You see, when I mention Jack Warner, right? I am talking about work ethic, performance,
right?
For your money, because he was working for $1 a month. Now,
anybody want to hear that?
Hold on. Jack's controversy, you have to remember, revolved around Qatar getting that World Cup. Hold on.
That is unimportant. That is unimportant.
Wait now, man.
Let me hear you.
Right?
Let me hear you.
The two major countries that get blank was the USA and England.
What that have to do with this?
And because they went after, that was a witch hunt. I am convinced that was a witch hunt.
All right, fine.
Because they have never been able to prove anything, and then they had a reporter from England following the man and
harassing
him all over the place.
If you ever hear say that if your name in there, your name can't call?
Let me tell you something.
I can't move.
The worst thing,
like 5 minutes ago.
The worst thing that could have happened in politics in Trinidad and Tobago is Jack Warner coming out of politics or not being voted back into government, whether it was under the ILP. I think he won his seat, and right, he was that is the next thing he accomplished.
What was that?
What you mean?
When he sit outside UNC
and PNM.
Well, I not dispute, but I not disputing that man.
That speaks to the performance of the man.
So you raise everything then. You raise everything after.
You mean he raised everything after?
He raised everything after, right? All the corruption allegations, he raised all of that, right?
Allegations, but it hasn't been proven.
Well, it is what it is. And who is going to forget that?
All hear this now.
All right.
I called Stanley and get buffet. Stanley said I shall have called him 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah, because he's not taking this shit seriously.
But listen to me.
He's not taking this shit seriously. As a matter of fact, you're fine.
Listen, the greatest. Yeah, he does stuff. Stanley coming here every morning. We said Stanley stand up in front there.
That big white top, you guys, you boss up.
Wait now, he just, we get 11 o'clock this year, but he just fired.
Yeah, let's get fired this spot, man.
Who not on the chauffeur?
And not on the payroll.
I don't understand that. Anyhow, 11 o'clock you start your Augustus.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Stanley Augustus. This is TDT News, topping the news at this time.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabani. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
There are opportunities for French companies to invest in tourism.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Their 4 sets with scores of 25-20, 29-27.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
When carrying out underground works,
Contact TNTech's area
Good
offices
morning,
to
Trinidad
ensure there
and
are
Tobago
no
and the
underground
world.
conductors
I'm
and
Kamala
cables
Valkran.
before digging.
Welcome
At
to
TNTech,
Trinidad and
safety
Tobago
is
today.
our priority.
Let's take a look at what's
TNTech,
trending
the
this
power
morning.
to make it work.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar, and wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the number one talk station in Trinidad and Tobago. The number one talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors
with elegance and style. She looks so precise. Senses running wild. Party going nice. So nice. Not once, but must say it twice. So nice. Tonight is the action. Party in full swing. Show me emotion. We doing we thing. Rock, 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 rock with me. Rock, 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 rock steady. In the party, in the party, in the party with you. Hey, 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 hey. Rock, 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 rock with me. Rock, 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 rock steady. In the party, in the party, in the party with you. Rock, 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 we rocking tonight, and everything will be alright. I can't wait until we reach home.
The liquor in the front and what in the back? Liquor in the front.
Liquor
in front and something in the back.
And what you saying in the back, boy? Liquor and poker in the back.
Poker in the back.
Liquor in the front and
Yeah,
poker in the back.
Yeah.
It's Uncle Crazy as well. You can't get rid of that.
That's a new tune coming
You
out.
can't beat Crazy. You can't beat Crazy. You can't beat him at all.
Uncle.
He's different.
Liquor in the front, boy, and
Alright.
poker in the back.
Alright, so like I said, we're gonna take in a few voice notes. So we're gonna start. Let's start.
days and the state of emergency is yet another example for the need for constitutional reform. Because a state of emergency is the executive branch asking, it's supposed to be the executive branch asking for extra powers and to temporarily suspend the constitution so that they can deal with an emergency. Okay, but in actuality, that is not what happens. When a president, what creates a state of emergency is a presidential executive order. An executive order comes from the president. Well, how does it come from the president? But it's the prime minister who's doing it. Because the prime minister goes to the president and says, I want a state of emergency, and the president has to say yes. Because while our constitution, section 74, says that the executive authority of Trinidad and Tobago resides in the president, in actuality, that same section and the following sections hands that executive authority to the prime minister. So when the president creates that executive order, immediately the state of emergency is enforced. However, within 15 days, the prime minister has to go to parliament and get it ratified, right? But anytime a prime minister goes into parliament, they are going into their own house because the prime minister controls the whole house. So there's a mythical separation of powers. It isn't real. That was section 74. That was William's brilliance. Fooling us into believing there's separation. There's no separation. The prime minister sits in the parliament and the prime minister has the executive power. It's just that the president rubber stamps it, right? So the constitution has to fix these problems. This case is just demonstrating and opening it up for us to see. Right? When a prime minister wants a state of emergency, they get a rubber stamp from a president who is the actual executive and then goes into their own house. The prime minister goes into their own house and gets it ratified and can do that over and over again as much as they want. And the tribunal, which was created as a plaster, trying to fix that problem, that flaw, that sore of not having that separation, doesn't really work. We've seen it in this case. So the judiciary is the third arm of government, and that's what the Hadiths are using, but they have the money to do that. We don't. So all of us would have to bear and suffer that flaw, that lacuna in law, while they can exploit and test it in court. We can't. The fix of all of this is to have a better representation of the people in the parliament where law is written, so you can start to get better law that don't have as many holes and is abusive to the common man. As well as in the case of this state of emergency thing, the prime minister is asking, technically, or the executive is asking for extra powers and asking the people to surrender their rights. If you're going to ask the people, then actually ask the people by a better representation in the parliament, more groups represented in the parliament. And it won't just be a rubber stamping process where you go in and you ask yourself. That's what it is right now. The prime minister asks themselves for states of emergency. They don't ask the people for it, to have one.
All right.
But Mr. X, what corruption are you referring to when you talk about all the corruption after? Is there any allegation of corruption that Jack Warner was engaging while he was in government, either as an MP or a minister? Because based on what I am familiar with, the only allegations that he was facing is that of what was going on in FIFA, and that is what he was instructed to go and clear by Ms. Prasad Bisesa. There was never an issue where there was some allegation with him as National Minister, as Minister of National Security, or as Minister of Works, or even as the MP for his constituency. In fact, it was only under Jack Warner that Laventille experienced a drastic pause in murders for over 30 days, over a month going. I think they need to probably visit him, the people who are in charge now, and find out what was the idea that he implemented that worked so well, where he didn't have any murders in Laventille during that period.
Yes, but what FIFA corruption? What you talking about?
What I have interviewed 5 random people just now by poll, right? 5 people in my sample size.
In the
corridor, yeah.
Why miss you with them? Let me take you that next voice. So wait.
Mr. X and Mr. Stephan. I will say Jack Warner was one of the best ministers, and also Marshall in Laventille, and also John Humphrey. Because why I would say that? These guys and them leave legacy. Because look, up to today, pure what Jack Warner bringing in. That was I think what they call box trade and all that. Jack Warner introduced that, right? And John Humphrey with the Susu land. You have people who living in all these lands, Susu land, even in Guayco, Tamana side, all about with Susu land. Because of John Humphrey. And Marshall Guy helping people in Laventille. He's taking his salary just like how Jack did to help people. And let me tell you something. If a man was in corruption and working for $1 a day after that, he gave back all that he could give. Because check how much money that man lose. That come like Robin Hood in England, brother. Taking from the rich and giving from the poor. I got that.
Take it, Robin Hood, boy.
Somebody say, Stephan, wouldn't constitutional reform be something that could help stop all these problems that we have in with the judiciary, with the scene about crime and all these kind of things? And if it could help, why is it so hard to do? What the government need to do? You know, I'm trying to understand, because we have a real anti-constitution, so why now that whoever have the chance they can try to do it? What making it so hard?
All right, we'll X might be able to answer that. Let me take in one more.
Pleasant good morning, Mr. X and Stephan. Stephan, actually, Mr. X, maybe you could answer this question concerning more or less electricity. So it's concerning the solar panels. I just want to know if it could work, if the authorities or if it's some way down in the meetings that. It's just a suggestion, that the ACs that run throughout the country, Trinidad and Tobago, the ACs actually run on the grid of TNTech. is it possible or anywhere down the line in the future that only the ACs, because you have the TNTech has to make some kind of money somehow or to get things going. But is there any way that ACs being inspected by TNTech or whatever to run off the grid and onto a solar panel, so it could take some of the burden off of the grid itself? I don't know if that is possible. That we can use the ACs in people's homes and residential home to run off of solar panels. Is that possible? And if yes, then that would be a great idea. Somewhere down the line that could do something, put that in place. Or if not, what might be the as I say, pros and cons on that? All right, this is just my opinion on that. Solar panel for ACs. Thank you.
All right. So we got a few of them in there.
Let's play this, some of them that we discussed. So
yes,
you'll hear some stuff on that later on.
But that's with the solar and the AC.
Yeah.
Right, but they have these AC units with the what do they call it?
With
the AC units that is there's burnless current.
Yeah, the thermal units.
I can't remember.
The one
inverter units or something.
Yeah. That is
bringing down.
It's a little more expensive, but
it's a little more expensive, but it's cut down the current. Cut down the current, right? The usage. All right. On the coming back to the issue there with Jack Warner, I forget that. I forget that Jack Warner bring box thing.
Well, I am not disputing that the guy wasn't phenomenal in terms of his work ethic. I mean,
who you talking to in the corridor? Who you talk to?
The non-independent, independent people.
Bring them in here.
The independent people.
Bring them in here. They must be scolded. Yeah, but the man make me feel. You was paying attention to that voice, huh? Yeah, no, the man catch me there. The man say, well, yeah, what going on? Yeah, Stephan and Mr X. But maybe, well, Stephan, maybe, I have a question. Well, maybe, Mr X, you can answer the question. But the man make me feel like I ain't bright ears. The man make me feel like I ain't smart enough to answer the question. But it was about electricity.
Right.
So
Understood.
So you allow him for that one.
I do him change one light bulb. I frighten, I get shocked. Right, so. No, but all right. So we were talking.
That was a bad cop, good cop session there. About on somebody that we would have elected that had how to put it. Well, they would say mad and the corruption issues at the ending in terms of FIFA and what he do and wherever he do. Right. But that has come to an end. There is no charges against him. There is only allegations. But will you forget it? And the five people that I interview,
the dark cloud,
they didn't forget that part.
The dark cloud.
They say everything good.
The shadow will always be there.
Everything good,
okay.
but
what about Jolene? What about Jolene, John?
Nah, she's just exceptional. She
but
came
is
out.
There anything...
She came to power with the 1%. Well, with the Syrian Lebanese Association,
easy,
right?
Be careful.
Yeah, the Syrian Lebanese Association.
You don't want to.
In terms of when Pizza Boys, remember when Pizza Boys was coming out? Right. She was responsible for managing and directing.
Right.
Under the Sabga or Hadid or one of them.
Okay.
And she was really good at it. And made it into a fast food chain.
A big franchise,
Trinidad and Tobago. And she would have, she's just incorruptible. Basically.
But she didn't have a bacchanal with her with HGC at the time?
They talk all kind of talk.
That was all kind of nonsense talk.
But she's just incorruptible. And her work ethic is just beyond the same.
She's a female.
She's equivalent to Jack Warner.
She's like a female version of Jack.
And she's real honest. She's very honest in her speaking. When she don't.
Yeah, she don't. She's not Tobagonian.
She don't roundabout talk and.
She don't get that Tobagonian book.
I remember a time in 2010 I went up for election. So I gone around the table and Jack Warner around the table and whatever. So he asked me a question and in my usual style. Well, I wasn't that good as it now, but I answered the question kind of half baked now.
Yeah.
So he say, he just stop the panel. He say, let me don't beat around the bush. It's either you can't be half pregnant. It's either you're pregnant or you're not pregnant.
Or you're not pregnant. Yeah.
That's what he's telling me. You know what I mean?
You're pregnant or you're not pregnant.
Yeah.
You cannot be half pregnant.
Yeah, all this is wrong that stuff.
You cannot be half pregnant. You cannot be half pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not pregnant.
And I remember that till I dead. You know what I mean? But he's a real player. I play all fours against him last year somewhere in River Ranch kind of thing. Yeah, a real gentleman, you know what I mean?
No, Jack is a good one. He's a real good one. And Jack.
And most of all, he's a thinker. He's a critical thinker.
Course.
and he just come up with some things where you're like the obvious things that you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
He's come up with them things and them and you trying to figure out some hard technical shit.
I remember.
Kind of trippiness.
I remember a time a fellow was telling me, say, is this fun? Boy, I called the guy meeting in Chacona. Right? And I get through, you know. I said, that's good, man. He said, but 4 o'clock in the morning? He said,
the man don't play, boy.
Who does have a meeting 4 o'clock in the morning? That is the hours the man does operate.
Yeah.
And the man
Work,
say,
work
the
ethics
man,
different.
The man say when he go on there for 4 o'clock in the morning, he say, if you see people there.
You know what I mean? The man does be on time. The man does be on time. The man don't play.
At 4:20, at 4:30.
Yeah.
You know?
And watch it. The man has answer is the Joe FIFA email? Yeah, you have an email called joefifa.com kind of thing, right?
Right.
That does email him on. He's answer every email with either yes or no.
No, but that's
yes or no, straight.
Yes or no. If he tell you yes, the conversation will carry on at some point in time. But if he tell you no, that's it.
But can we admit, right? At least before we come back to the phone lines here, right? We comment only on the phone lines. Could we admit that, you know, we just often wonder, you know, like, why these people still already work? Why these people still in politics? Why these people still this? Why these people still that? Right?
Right.
But then when you look at the hours they work, the dedication that they have to get up and go and it, man, he could tell you, as I don't want to say it, but when I say the term, when I make the term as simple as it sounds, I want you to understand that I understand it's not a simple thing to do. But in as simple as it sounds, when a candidate is walking a constituency, I do not think that people understand what it is to walk a constituency.
Well, if they had to walk mine, I was paying.
Right, because when you hear X going up in St. Anne's East, right?
Right.
St. Anne's East, if you understand how big
it has some hills. It has some hills I reach up on top, and you see the whole of Trinidad, right?
Right.
And they're telling me you had to go a little hold up, you had to go by the
further
house
to
up
the
on the hill,
tippy top
and
of
I
the
like,
hill.
what the hell are they talking about, boy?
And then you had to cross a bridge that falling apart. And let me tell you something. That ain't no.
Walking a constituency is not easy.
Man, walking a constituency is one of the. I think
that's why I'm glad I got.
I think that the hardest part.
I got almost 5,000 votes because I believe that I work for my votes.
But I think that the hardest part. I think that the hardest part is to walk a constituency, and it's to walk a full constituency. I think, man, after you walk that, if you win. If you listen, somebody other somebody lose.
So how you feel? I feel,
brother, man. But it is why he's saying to go and walk all that walk X.
And watch, man. People telling me, yeah, we go and vote. But they went ahead and vote for me, but they're not in enough numbers to overtake the PNM candidate.
PNM, yeah. But to go on, RKG, how much walking you think you ever do in your life?
Boy, carnival, boy.
You ever walk on Sosko?
Hold on.
Hold
on.
Carnival. Carnival.
Most walk you ever walk
is carnival, yeah, boy.
Now that is nothing compared to candidate.
That's why I know good.
That is nothing good compared to candidate.
Compare that, and everybody that say,
picture I have to walk. I have to walk from Lower San Juan, Lower Santa Cruz, right, into Book, into places like Lacano, into places like Dragon, and them places going up on them little hills and them going up there, right. Then you have to go to Santa Cruz. You had to walk Soskonosco and them places, which is long, winding roads all up in the back of Santa Cruz. Then you had to go over to Maracas.
You had to walk it, eh?
You had to walk Tyrico. You had to walk Las Cuevas.
Jesus.
Picture all of that. Picture all of that.
And
you're doing all that in about 10, 15 days.
That is madness.
10, 15 days I walking.
Yeah.
And you're going uphill, and you're ready to reach the top of the hill, they tell you more hill to walk.
So is it, okay, is it fear? Is it fear? Or is it unfair having walked a constituency as a candidate in an election? Is it unfair for a constituent to say, I don't see my MP regular?
It's a regular thing, but you have to put a system in place. That's the problem. They don't put a system in place. Because if I was elected, I know my system, who I put in where and whatever. I done draft out all of that already. You know?
Okay.
I done draft out. And even when I went up for local government election, in Lavanton, in Success Chumakak, I have the highest votes ever in second place anywhere in Mova Lavandale.
You see Arsenal election?
Yeah, I mean, I just have elections.
Of course.
I have the highest second vote ever in those areas in election. Highest ever, 700 votes.
Wow.
We used to get 700 votes in our local government election.
Government election, yeah.
You don't get them kind of vote, you just get 300 and thing.
I want to remind people
you get 3.
We have two tickets to give away for the test match between Pakistan and West Indies that starts on Saturday in Taruba. We have 2 tickets to give away for that. We will give away those 2 tickets shortly. I will announce when we are about to take the calls for the tickets, right? But yeah, I just wanted to. That's a hell of a thing. I just sit down and I study that, boy. We just talk
if
about.
you feel out that as well, when the Prime Minister put in our office and Prime Minister say, "Oh, well done, all your work, all you must be rewarded." You understand? I say yes. At least a leader recognize the efforts that we put out and rewarded us with something. You know what I mean?
Imagine you walk all that walk and lose your deposit too.
Yeah, boy.
Oh God.
Yeah, when you lose the deposit, I have problems.
How much the deposit has been?
10%. There's only 5,000 in a general.
5,000 in a general?
Yeah, and in a local 3,000.
You ain't even get back a pan of cricks, boy.
He ain't have got much votes. He ain't have got much votes. The man before me get 4 votes. The man before I get 3 votes.
Oh God, boy. To lose, you know, to lose your deposit to after you walk all that walk. Boy.
Where you find you should get back your deposit?
All your food, but I find you should get it back. After I walk all of that walk.
Well, if nobody care about you.
And then...
If your own family ain't going to vote for you.
But I'm telling you, and you're going, imagine until you walk a constituency where you have family living and you ain't even get them to vote for you. If your family ain't vote for you, or what are people going to vote for you, boy? And imagine you walk, and then you have happened there, you walk and you walk. And then you're like X now. You're divorced.
Yeah. Not to rub your foot.
Nobody to rub your foot.
Not to rub your foot.
You have to go home and rub your own foot too.
Go home with all your pain. With all your pains on your bed.
No.
You had to go buy a little spa, spend all money, spend an extra 600.
You not time to do that.
I'll spend our money on that.
You not time to do that.
Right now, I due for my next spa appointment, right?
You gotta do it in for about 14, 15 years, you know. I get you.
Yeah.
You gotta walk a whole constituency in 14, 15 days, you know.
Yeah, in 14, 15
And you have no woman to rub your foot. Yeah. Oh gosh! Yeah, man. No! That is murder!
You feel like it
That is a crime. No!
If you're looking good, Stephan, if things looking good for you,
watch me.
and you feel you have a chance,
and then let's go back.
You feel on the sleeve.
Let me put it this way. Where that is concerned.
Right.
I am a guy that always watching the numbers, right?
Right.
And I don't try to defy the numbers.
Right.
But for the last 2 elections, I try to defy the numbers. And I realize it's a losing cause.
And all the guys he foot with him.
Mm-hmm.
All the guys paid
when it was over, then I realized
evaluation.
It is not worth it.
But X-Mark, you get back pain and thing too?
I mean, if you get back pain, but you
had to walk hill and thing.
Until I only walking uphill and falling down, my boots get smooth and all kind of thing. Kind of mad thing going up them hill and them, you know. I had to stop by the neighbor when I reach up and ask for water and all kind of thing.
God, nah, boy.
And I had soldiers, and I had soldiers with me through the whole journey. Them carrying me and leading me and walking and going.
I see
them in business.
That's the next thing. Let me say you have 20 people within your circle.
It might make it easier.
It's only them make it easier for me.
No, but what I was saying, when you gain, you have to handle them 20 people, you know.
But I out and I still trying to handle them.
But this was saying,
I out and I still trying to handle them.
You have to get rewarded, boy.
Yeah. Because when I was out there, it was 20 of them, and I always remember 20 of them. It have one and my executive that nothing said working up to now, you know. Nothing said she leave her work to come an election and lost her job, and I can't get her work. Right now, you know.
After they walk all that walk, boy.
My campaign manager ain't getting nowhere yet, you know. And she's a member of the UNC executive, you know. And she ain't getting nowhere yet, you know. Them thing that's hurt me. Because I believe that they work and they should be rewarded at least, boy. Oh God, boy.
And this is the next thing. This is the next thing, right?
Yeah.
You walk, right?
Right.
You have your people that walk with you.
Right.
They have to be rewarded.
Do
we say that is corruption?
No, exactly. I wouldn't say that.
Right, but hold on. Somebody on the other side might say, but look, he got any higher Look, 10 of them get walked.
Well,
like
I-
corruption.
Well,
Like,
in
going
this
back to what the
in
caller
this
was saying.
instance, I do business with what they say, what people say, and what they don't
Right,
say.
what they say, they say.
You understand? But generally, as far as I am concerned, you work, you have to be
You have
rewarded.
to be rewarded.
In some kind of way. You understand? I only getting about 2 people, and I can't
Alright.
get in my own campaign manager right now.
RKG, let me tell you something. I do like to owe a man $100.
Yeah.
I don't like to owe people $20.
Hmm.
You could imagine I owe you a walk?
Hmm.
Nah, boy. Alright, so I tell you what, looking for more entertainment this Java, switch to Digicel Fiber and get the new Omni TV plans with Disney Plus included. Enjoy 20% off for 6 months when you sign up today. That's more speed, more entertainment for the whole family, less on your bill. Visit your nearest Digicel store and switch today. And football fans, get ready. The journey to the 5th CONCACAF Nations League officially kicks off this Thursday with the highly anticipated official draw. 41 nations from across the region will find out who stands in their path as the race for regional glory begins. And of course, we'll be watching closely to see who Trinidad and Tobago will face off on the road ahead. The matchups, the anticipation, the first major moment of the tournament. Don't miss the CONCACAF Nations League draw live this Thursday, July 23rd at 7 p.m. exclusively on TTT. All right, so we have to give away 2 tickets, all right, and then we'll get back to the discussion. So we're going to give away the 2 tickets, and of course, the test between Pakistan and the West Indies will take place at Taruba starting this weekend. We want to send you on your way there. So for you cricket fans, I know Django in good form. West Indies looking like they're back, kind of rebuilding that kind of thing, although they need some more Trinidadians on the team. But nevertheless, we want to send you there. We have a simple question for you to answer. RKG and all know the answer to this question. All right? Sure, RKG know. Unlike Andy Williams and the morning crew, we know the Master Blaster was Viv Richards. So it's not nothing they put on the piece of paper could have fooled we. Because from any time you give any other answer but the Master Blaster, we'll tell you go so. Rock so, go from here.
One man
You
is
understand?
known as the Master Blaster.
By 3 of them sit down in the studio, none of them know if Viv Richards is the Master
Nah,
Blaster.
Lennox said no.
Lennox said no?
Yeah, but he say, you know,
But
he's very quiet when he
Lennox
ready.
come now, man.
The big one man.
Oh gosh, man, Lennox, man. Don't gosh, what you doing me, man? What you doing me? Alright? Oh gosh. I can't get that question. That question too simple. You know, say, oh gosh, that question real simple. Oh gosh, that one even more simpler. Oh God, but is that giveaway? But,
And they use all the rest already.
I'm telling you, but no, they use all the rest.
They use all the rest in front there.
So there's real question, morning.
They use the rest in the front here. Look,
Hello, good morning.
Look, the cover already. The mark.
Right, so we have a simple question for you. Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Which West Indies bowler was the first to take 500 Test wickets?
What he was.
Ah, boy, you know your thing.
Hey.
Big up yourself, man.
So you won
Lovely.
yourself 2 tickets.
Nice, man. You win yourself 2 tickets to Taruba this weekend to
Thank
go
you
and
very
take any
much.
Test cricket. Now, you hold the line. Do not hang up. I
Yes,
am going
sir.
to take your information off here. All right?
Yes, sir.
Because we don't
Okay.
want nobody running and down and trying to gain the Taruba with you. You know, just get friend and thing when you win thing. Hold some straight. I'm going to take your information off here.
Yes, sir.
Alright, just now, the caller that just called and win, just call me back there. I click in the man, and you know cushion the next set. I answer the phone and cushion like, brother boy, no, that man win the thing. There's this going on. Hello, morning.
Hello, yes, sir, I'm there.
Oh gosh, right, alright, you're here. Nice. Let me just try that one more time. I think I pressed the wrong button just now. Let me try that one more time. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let me All right. Yeah. So congratulations to that caller. You're headed to Taruba. You can come collect your tickets, and your information is here. And he told me that you have to apologize to Mr. Warner because the Supreme Court of the United States said they should have never.
I apologize. What?
Yeah.
Apologize on what?
You have to apologize.
Apologize on what?
To say that his name was in Bacchanal.
So how many people
because the Supreme Court in the United States.
All right, let me ask you this question.
Give out a judgment saying they should have never.
How much people you think don't share my opinion?
Don't?
Yeah.
A few.
Don't share my opinion.
A few people will. But there are a lot of people who do.
And what's the problem?
Right, okay.
So what's different?
Just saying, anyhow, back to the discussion. Hello, good morning.
Hey, don't worry, 2 questions.
Wait till he do it again. All right. Yes, coach, we hear you. We heard it all the time. Morning. I don't know where is he good, you know. Yeah, brother. Yeah, morning.
Coach, the old coach boy. Hello, good day. Hello.
Yes, Stephan. When to collect my ticket, I went to take it yesterday. They called me.
But yeah.
Don't call it.
You could come down and collect, I think.
Yeah,
listen.
come down and collect.
Just give me 5 minutes, I'm going to find out from Sandy Augustus. But I think you could come to TTT once they have your name and everything here.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I think they must just take numbers just in case, people didn't show up. I think they could call you and ask you, you come and pick up your tickets. But I think you could come down to TTT and collect your tickets, man. I'll confirm that with Mr. Augustus shortly. Okay? Let me take it down next voice note before we go to our next call.
But again, so this government, this current Prime Minister should pursue constitutional reform to deal with any further in the future problems with this thing, as well as her own good self, because what this will look like, and what this is looking like is like executive overreach. So by fixing this constitutional loophole that seems to allow for executive overreach, you will be fixing the problem not only for yourself, but for the country in general, facing future Prime Ministers who may actually abuse that power, that loophole. And let me get ahead of Eric, because he keeps insisting that it's 3/4 you need for everything to fix the constitution, constitutional reform. No, it's very limited sections. I only presidency. For most of it, including things also like proportional representation, it's 3/5. And 3/5 of the current 41 in the lower house is 28. And the current government, the coalition, has 29 seats. So the laws is not a problem at all. The Senate was the question mark, and there's a fix for that. Install your own president, and your own president, senators, and then there you go. You get the majority in the Senate. But the problem Eric is having is that his own prime minister broke the tradition. There's no law around it, but there's a tradition that presidents get 2 terms. No, that has been broken. This current sitting president is going to get 1 term. Just like Keith Rowley changed presidents twice, giving them 1 term each. Right? Carmona and then the first lady. So that's gone. And while I'm on Eric, let's talk about anytime you talk this OPV nonsense. The OPVs, 3 OPVs cannot patrol 6 coastlines. Trinidad and Tobago is 6 coastlines. And the reality of fleet maintenance is that you need 1 in service, 1 in port ready to take up service, and 1 in maintenance. So you'd have only had 1 at sea at any given time. Those OPVs were never intended to patrol and secure Trinidad coastline. They were intended to patrol the Caribbean, because Patrick Manning had delusions of grandeur of being the king of the Caribbean, and he wanted to demonstrate that he could do so with long-range Blue Navy patrol vessels. While the British, at the time when the British were pulling out their squadron, right? So get it right. What Eric should be concerned of is, where are the 12 Dayman vessels that the PLM packed up? 12 vessels can patrol 6 coastlines. Might be a stretch, but they can do it.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand why.
So that propaganda right through each other, right through.
Why PNM supporters still dwelling on OPVs
in
2026? No, let me be real.
But and the 6 vessels pack up down by Stobles, they doing nothing in
6 alone.
Rotting away.
It's more than 6. It's 12 of them the people by 12 or 14 of them. Morning.
Yeah, X, morning, Stephan.
Morning.
Yeah, man, X, you bring back some memories just now there, man, from last year with the campaign we were talking about.
With the what?
Yeah, man. I see some memories we were talking about when you walked the area for the election last year.
Yeah.
You bring back some
memories.
What
a fun experience, but my people still outside, and I kind of upset about that.
What I could say on her is, we submit the name because there's few people who I know work with me for the election, and 2 of them get jobs, and the other, and about 3 others, the name inside, So
I don't get
so
nothing. I don't get nothing.
Come, they understand what going on, thing, eh?
I don't get nothing.
You understand?
If
Yeah,
I
but
want to
other
be
than
able, I want to be able to place my 20 people where I want to place them. So long they are the qualification and they're competent, they have demonstrated that they are workers. So I want the opportunity to place them somewhere. When I can't place them nowhere because don't want to give me nothing. They give me a
like
couple.
The MP now, he said that those who work with him for the election work with him, then he want to help them, and we send their name through. And like I say, some of them they get
Well,
jobs.
I don't want no NPOPs work for them or no piper work for them. I don't want them kind of thing.
Go sitting in a piper
No,
work,
not that. Not that. I just saying no piper work, no jokey.
Some of them who get the academic
You want proper things, sustainable jobs for them.
Yeah, but others now who not qualify now and they were working in MPOP something then, you understand? So we have people across the border. So I understand that. But I like what the people now in our area now, they understand what's going on with the country. So they are making a noise and rallying up and what and thing then.
Right.
So for here now, it's 45 days. We work every day in Lokatata, Carolina, man. It has some areas of houses a mile away. When they go up, there's that 3 houses in that area. So we hit every PD. But what give us this strength? Because when they go up in the morning, man, it's still rusty, man. Yeah, what give us the strength? The people coming out and they giving us the support. But when they start to walk now, all the tiredness gone. And then you have to go meetings now. Every time they have public meeting and thing then.
Good, and the next thing too.
With that.
So it wasn't
you have to go meeting too.
Yeah, meeting too, yeah. I get up and go in the morning.
Well, this local coming here, I expecting nothing. So I am just going to be going with the flow with local because it doesn't make sense because I ain't getting nothing anyhow. So I can't appease my people anyhow. So it is what it is.
Water whole day. Drink water and the water, you know, afterwards we're like, you want the water again then, because how water you going to drink? But at the end of the day, we achieved the goal and objective by 3,000 votes. And I'm happy the people understand what is going on. And they're rising up and saying, oh,
one of the things that I'm proud about is that I was the third highest vote in our PNM constituency throughout the UNC constituency. I was the third highest. So I hope they remember that when they tally in the numbers and thing and realize what is going on.
All right.
Yeah, but what I was saying too, though, after what you said before I go now, is that they could put people on the shadow councillors and shadow MP in this area, because what you're saying is could make a big difference.
Because that people that didn't need to win, either come up to scratch the my numbers and the inside parliament. Just points to note.
Right. Okay then.
Just points to note.
Yeah, I take it then.
There are people who have come close to my votes. And the inside parliament. It is what it is.
Oh gosh, and those are the words of the unrepentant UNC. We'll be back after this.
The winning numbers in the National Lottery online draws for Wednesday 20.
That's why I'm more like
Jack,
it.
Jack maybe was the problem. The
I feel
XLR.
so, yeah. I said, oh God, I know something like me, man. Oh gosh, ladies, we have robbed you of all that sexiness for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Sexiness is back. Sexy is back in the building. It's all fine. Nice, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know what is the plan for local government.
Yes.
But I assume, but I can't assume nothing. I can't assume
Right.
nothing. 'Cause I don't know. I don't know what's going on, to be
All right.
honest. But I just go with the flow.
Go
You know
with the
what I
flow,
mean?
man.
But I have proved my existence.
Yes.
And I have proved my place.
Lovely.
Right? So, I don't know if maybe might have bought about what I do.
Well, let us hope they took notes and they know the scene. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Alright, Stephan. Good day to you guys. Love. Boy, Stephan.
Yeah.
All right, yes, all right.
The kind of back in yourself,
All
boy.
right, yeah, man.
The kind of back in yourself.
All right, yeah, brother. Yeah.
Let me give you a Tarzan shot. Let me give you a Tarzan shot. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
a Tarzan shot now kicking in. Now kicking in.
Love. All right, yeah, man. Love all the time. Morning.
Yes, sir, morning.
You know, grab them, take him back in his cell.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
With the case that Jack wanna win, I want to find out if he's free to go back in America. You could give me an answer.
Well, they're saying so.
Right,
I don't know.
yeah,
But he in business in that night or two.
We'll find out.
I just want to know. I know you want to, but I just want to know,
Yeah.
Well, most likely, I
want
don't
to
know.
go back if he could go freely.
If I was here, I ain't going no week. I 80 something. I see everywhere I see already, so me going no week.
Yeah, but that's you.
understand
But
that.
he want to know what he want to know is if he's free to
Everything clear.
enter
you
the
know, that
States.
one.
I can't answer that.
But we'll find out. I'll find out. We'll find out.
Okay,
Yeah, man.
thank you much. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, man. All right. We'll take a couple. We have about 9 minutes, 8 minutes ago. It's off the record, 9 to 12. Of course, got to leave you at 12.
If I was here, I would taking that chance to them youngsters. Me
So
go
go up
through
in the
that.
States?
Nah, me ain't going there.
Jack in for that, man.
For what? We enjoy your life.
No, sir. They want
Sit
to
down and
see
play a
him.
card and play checkers and wherever and do your thing.
There's
And
no
don't
self,
study them.
no selfie good to go after the States are done.
What does he want to accomplish again? He have his doctorate.
Yeah. How
He
old is
has
Jack is
he
what?
about 82 or 83 somewhere around there. You know what I mean? His son's well off, both of them. His wife is fully fortified. Everything is going good for him. We really want to go America for. And he went there for all them years. You went to about 141 countries of the world already. You went to one countries twice.
Yeah, but that's not if he want to go. What the caller is asking is if he can
Nah.
Now that the matter
But
is...
I don't know. But if
that
I was here, I ain't
but
going
that
no
matters
way.
out there.
I ain't not taking
So,
no chance
alright.
with them youngsters.
Well,
Next
Jack-
to they lock me up and they do something. You're mad?
Jack is 83. 83.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yeah,
How you
man.
doing,
What's
Morning,
up, man? Go
morning.
ahead.
Yeah, you see this word they call ambition? That word is so deceitful, especially when it applies to Trinidad. After I look at that little situation, Philip Alexander and that Maloney situation there.
Yeah.
You know, you can blame Eric William and say Eric William is the problem for Trinidad and Tobago. But, you know, that man is a genius, you know. He's an illusionist that created people like me
Yo, weird.
to believe in ambition and betterment and things. Why? You can live the perfect life in Trinidad better than anywhere else in the world.
Right.
Just save up here and then try poverty, try hardship. So you're getting $300 and 50 to pay rent for the month. So your big pile of money, you are paying no liability, you're paying nothing, everything, you're working night. Then say that how you're poor, you go a walk. Say that how you have 5 different children with 10 different women, you're getting school grant. Go and cry hungry, you're getting a card. And then every step, you're wiping alone, you're drunk every day, and you're enjoying life. And
You play to win our money. While you're drinking, they play to win our money.
And I, with my misleading father and them, now will tell me, boy, you have to have ambition in this life. Go to school and learn. Otherwise, you would reach nowhere. Where I is right now, same way and all the people who live it. When they see from the time I get my pay, and I see the kind of money for rent, for light bill, for this and that, and they say, really, boy? That's where ambition take me? Boy. I go and take out my child from school and think now. It's have a good afternoon.
Oh, God.
You must say ambition.
The worst thing ever.
Your ambition take him to pay a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 rent. Oh, God, boy. And man paid $50 a month.
And can't pay it.
Serious, you know?
It happened $9 something in tongue.
Like how, boy, how your rent could be $350 in this day and age, and you owing, boy?
What about $9?
Yes, boy.
$9 and $10 in Nelson Street hunting apartments right there.
Serious, boy?
I'm telling you, small money.
And then the body grass cut too?
Yeah, yes. The one man come down and weed.
And the ceiling
come
fix
and weed the place and thing.
Just really, who write that policy, boy? Who come up with that framework?
And they love that, though. They love dregs, though.
No,
they love dregs.
Who come up with that framework, boy?
What's so wrong with all this?
Who sit down and really thought about that? Well, we go charge them $10 rent. And
that was back in the day, you know. That was back in the day.
Yeah, but I sure.
And it remained that it never raised since then.
Yeah, but I sure it was more than $10 a cut the grass.
Well,
back in the day. Even back in the day.
Well, yeah.
So all I'm saying is, if you know you have maintenance on a building that you're going to be responsible for, you have to assess how much the maintenance is going to cost, and then you take that cost and you put it. I mean, any reasonable businessman, entrepreneur, or anybody with a little iota of common sense would know this, right? You take that cost and then you add it into the rental for the month, and whatever other services that you may have to provide to the tenant, you put it into that rental agreement. So then you say, well, okay, if the cutting of the grass will cost $30 and whatever other maintenance might cost a little $50 or whatever the case might be, just call in some numbers. Well, we know definitely the rent can't be less than $80, correct?
Right.
Because common sense will tell you that, right?
Right.
But somebody who's supposed to have a degree sit down in our office. Somebody was ambitious.
Somebody very ambitious.
Right? Went and study, get a degree.
With tie choking.
And then come back now with that degree and sit down and amongst the peers, right? The apples and the pears, and come up with that.
Let me charge them $9.
And somebody come with that. Look at that, man.
Somebody with ambition.
Wait is all doing me. No, seriously. Wait is all really doing me. Wait is all trying to do it. But then again, in recent times, we know, based on what the current chairman of the AGC board told us, that people went and sit down in a room and decided that, hey, where's the cost to build a 2-bedroom house? Well, $500,000. All right. Let me put out a tender, and people bid $2 million to build a $500,000 house and get the contract.
Well, yes. It does work like that.
And people sit down in a room, round a table, and say, let me approve the contractor that charging me $2 million to build a $500,000 house.
People who with ambition come up with that. They came up with that. That's the best plan. That's the most feasible plan. That's the most fiscal plan.
We have 2 minutes till we turn over to the 12 o'clock news. But I think the 12 o'clock news is recorded. Yes, it is. It is? Yeah, we have it recorded. So we go into that shortly. You have Connect with Sharon coming up. And where it gone? Where the 12 o'clock news gone? Where is it going on? You think that's... I try to move the thing up, you know? Boy, you can't even move the news up in life. I try to move the news and it disappear. No, but just think about that. You're telling me that big hardback people who supposed to have brains sit down and come up with that policy? Nah, man. Come on, man. We had to be better than that. Oh gosh, man. Come on, man. Anybody that could do basic arithmetic could tell you that, man.
Yeah, tell me they want the shippiness.
Boy, I don't know what to expect again, you know. I really don't know what to expect. But thanks to all the callers this morning.
Yeah, that one with the ambition they make with it.
Yeah. That one with the ambition. Ambition is the most deceitful thing the man say. That's why. The man say he was ambitious. He went and take bam, he get a walk. Next thing you know, he paying a $7,000 rent and a man paying $350 and about the grass cut and everything for that. And he had it. Boy.
And he comfortable with that.
He comfortable with that, boy. How you could
he living comfortable with that.
I don't know, boy. And we learned that roaches and rats only started to live in HC apartments last year, April, according to Camille Robinson.
Only a year now.
Well, they're wicked, you know.
Yeah. And the ceiling only falling down.
And you know they have a meeting in Palace House tomorrow? They have a meeting by Palace House tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 23rd?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, today the 23rd.
Today 22nd. They have a meeting there by Palace House. They're meeting by Palace House. They're calling out everybody. They're fed up with the government. So they're calling to meet by Palace House.
Yeah.
By the House of Corruption.
To talk what?
You understand? The House of Potential
Corruption.
I don't know. They must be calling them to see who will finish
call them and tell them Lego all the people in the PDOs. Lego all the people in the PDOs. Let them come out and rob all you. Let them come out and rob all you every day and distress all you and put gun in all your face. And yes, all you love the rights of the people who pestering you. So all you love criminals, all you take criminals and all you worry. Take criminals.
I mean, they're supposed to have this meeting. Anyway, and here comes the news.
The government and mad to just be going and locking up people just so.
Exactly. All right. I'll get it in. All right,
hey,
people.
I think that it come up. Somebody sent it for me.
What's that?
The 23rd July, 6:30 p.m.
Yes, the brave, eh?
Penelope Beckles, man.
We go deal with that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, we out. News. All right,
later,
we
folks.
We gone.
Yeah.